Since they put him back in the starting lineup, he's done really well. And in this playoff series, he has 25.6 rebounds through the first 2 games. He's also 6 of 12 on his 3-pointers, and he's shooting 62% overall from the field. So he has been a real hot killer in the first 2 games. The officials tonight assigned by the NBA. Scott Foster, the top official in the NBA, is working the game tonight, along with Pat Frayer and Mitchell Irvin. Ashley Moyer-Gleisch is the alternate, and at the
He's got a step, spin move on Young, up with a shot, no, fire follow, Rudy Gobert! Trae Young trying to draw the foul, he flopped like a fish! So the starting lineup the same as used in game 1. This lineup of Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert has played 17 minutes over the first 2 games of this series. They've been outscored by 6 points. Look for Nickeil Alexander-Walker to be matched up against Jamal Murray and possibly picking him up 3-quarter court, full court, putting more pressure on. That's part of the game plan here tonight. For Mike Malone, part of the game plan includes not allowing a 40-point third quarter like his squad did in game 2.
That was them being at their best and us being at our worst. And we have to stay away from that, especially on the road in this building. We know that if turnovers, and it really wasn't turnovers that night, it was just as bad as a turnover was a poor offensive possession and a bad shot. But, that's only going to fuel their break tonight in front of this crowd. That'll make it for a very tough environment to play in. So we're aware of who they are. And that was a snapshot of how and when they're at their best. And we have to try to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah, so the Nuggets have been playing good basketball with the exception of those 12 minutes, the third quarter of game 3. When they're not on 0 days rest, the Nuggets have won 3 straight over the Timberwolves' final regular season meeting, plus the first 2 games of this series. And in those 3 games, they've led by 40, by 32, and by 21. And if the Wolves are going to allow that not to happen here in game 3, they have got to get Karl Anthony Towns on track, which they kind of did in that third quarter. They stopped trying to force it to him and just play with Cat rather than through Cat.
I really believe that's going to be the key to getting him going in this series. We got to find him in space, which means the ball's got to move, and then the ball's got to find him, and then he can shoot and drive and attack. They've been beating him up with a smaller defender, a physical, smaller 4, leaning on him, holding him, pushing him. A lot of messy contact, and it's unsettled him at times, and for most of the time it has worked. And it kind of takes us out of the rhythm of our offense when we try to force things that direction. So I do believe there's other ways that we need to get him involved.
It has been a slow start for Karl Anthony Towns over the first 2 games. He's averaging just 11 points. He does contribute on the glass, 11 rebounds, but shooting 30% from the field and 3 of 12 from beyond the arc. And part of that pressure playing through Cat has led to turnovers, 9 of them in the first 2 games. He has 8 field goals made. He's got 9 turnovers. He also has 7 fouls. Opening tip tonight, won by Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets will bring it up here from left to right. They're wearing the same statement edition jerseys they wore in game 1. Royal blue tops and bottoms with a red and yellow trim as NAW. Nickeil Alexander-Walker deflects a pass intended for Jokic, out of bounds, 14 to shoot. Mile High City says that in a circular pattern around the front of their jersey. Their names and numbers on the back are in yellow. Timberwolves matching the white color of the crowd with their association white jerseys. Murray to go to him to the baseline, out to Jokic. He takes a run on Gobert, floats it up and in with a right hand. 2-0 Denver on top as that pick and roll between Murray and Jokic continues. Nuggets have been better than the Wolves have in the pick and roll. The numbers indicate that. A 115 offensive rating compared to just 89 for the Timberwolves in the pick and roll. Towns, a quick triggered left wing three. That comes up short. MPJ, one dribble, pull up deep two. Rebound, Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves bring it up from right to left. Crowd comes to their feet. Well, they've been on their feet, but they rise to the occasion, trying to cheer on Ant here. Got it deflected by KCP. Comes out to Conley. Mike with it, left side, 10 on the shot clock. It's matched up against Aaron Gordon here on the switch. Now inside, lobs it to Rudy, makes the catch. Lets a defender fly by. That was Murray, and then Rudy lays it in for two. So 2-2 with 10:40 left to go opening quarter. Jokic up into the front court, right to the elbow. Guarded by Gobert, now a handoff to Murray, who probes to the baseline, kicks it back out. Same play, different side of the floor. Jokic now top of the key, handoff. MPJ rises, 18-footer, too strong. Towns collects the rebound. Timberwolves bring it up, hunting for the early lead. We're tied at 2. Nikhil off the Towns screen. They give it back to Carl, left side of the floor. Bangs away with Murray. A double ensues. Kick out to Alexander Walker. Now Conley over to Ant, right wing. 8 to shoot on the attack with the left hand. Goes in traffic, double clutches, shot no. Cat battling on the boards, couldn't squeeze it. Rudy's got it, steps through a defender and lays it in for 2. Well, Cat battling on that board kept it alive, and in fact, that knocked down Nikola Jokic and created an opportunity for Rudy Gobert. Timberwolves do have the lead, up by 2. 9:50 left to go, opening quarter. Gordon wing left, off to Murray down the left side of the lane. He'll curl out toward the corner. He'll pull Nikhil, Alexander Walker along with him off the Jokic screen. Murray, stop and top 17-footer, in and out, no. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Now Mike Conley will push it up on the right side. Now into the paint, scoots back out to the three-point line, turns, fires, and strokes the three. Mike just turned around, realized that KCP had lost him. He had a little bit of space. He took it, he made it. You know, Mike, over his last 24 games going back to the regular season, is shooting 47% on his threes. 64 for his last 137 entering tonight. Jokic wing left, 7-0 Timberwolves run. They lead by 5. Timeout. 2 minutes and 54 seconds into the game. Michael Malone wants a timeout. He's going to immediately beeline towards one of our 3 officials, James Williams. 9:06 left to go in the opening frame. Timberwolves 7-0 run. They're up 5. This is Timberwolves basketball on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
You've heard of all work and no play. Not at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Known across the region as Minnesota's premier entertainment destination, the island prioritizes fun and offers excellent benefits, flexibility, unlimited opportunities, winning experiences, and more. All day, every day. With their wide variety of departments, there's something for everyone. Take the island way to a unique and exciting career. Apply today at ticasino.com.
The all-new NBA app is happening and has you covered from coast to coast. Live tip-offs at your fingertips and highlights right as they happen. Steph Curry drills the three. Catch every can't-miss moment before, during, and after the game. And behind the scenes like you've never seen. It's all access, all the time. All in one app. Because if it's happening in the new NBA app. So get the app today.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point of sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You listen to a radio station for variety, correct? I mean, who wants to hear the same top 40 songs over and over again? Well, 104.1 Jack FM fulfills that need for stretching your ears across 6 decades of music. How about Satisfaction from the Stones from the 60s? You'll hear it. Along with this one from the 70s. Got you covered through the 80s. The 90s brought some good stuff too, didn't it? You get the aughts and the 2010s. Jack, broadening your horizons while lessening your tolerance for junk.
You're howling with the wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Timberwolves 7-0 run. That puts them up 7-2 and an early timeout for the Denver Nuggets. One of the keys to tonight's game for the Timberwolves in front of the home crowd. Match the intensity in the arena. Anthony Edwards talked about getting off to a good start. He talked about that right after the loss in game 2.
I mean, yeah, we just got to be able to maintain. Like, we can't wait till we go down 20 or 15 or, you know what I'm saying, in the first half, then try to figure out how to get back in the game. We got to, if we found something tonight, we got to stick with it. First quarter, first 3-4 minutes of the game, we got to come out with the same that we did in the second half.
And Ant is coming off a career high postseason 41 points, 27 of those coming in the second half of play. He was sensational. And I asked Chris Finch on the tip-off show about the aggressiveness that Ant played with. 7 shots at the rim, 7 free throws attempted.
We talked to him about shooting more threes. We also talked to him about getting downhill more, playing quicker, quit trying to manipulate the switch game, and just, good enough to just go. And then, where the outlets are going to be when they cover up the rim. But we just, as a team, we got to the rim a bunch, and we got to finish a little bit better there. I think that's really let us down in both games. And, if we can do that tonight, obviously it's going to help our transition defense too.
So Ant got going in game 2. Can the rest of the Wolves follow suit here in game 3? Jamal Murray off the inbound elbow jumper is pure. That snaps the 7-0 Wolves run over the last 1 minute 38 seconds. Mike Conley with it up top. He's got a horn set. They'll use the right side off a screen by Gobert, and then out to Ant, who goes cross court. McKeel in the corner in front of his own bench. Faked the shot, faked the pass, and then took the shot and buried it. Aaron Gordon hightailed it out of there. Left the guy with the ball wide open. 10-4, Timberwolves by 6. Jokic against Gobert. Backs him down in the lane, using the off arm, and floats it up, and Cat came over a little late trying to help out Gobert and blocking that shot. Jokic got the off arm up. He got the chicken wing up. Pounded it in the chest a few times. There's Towns, right side. Fakes the 3. Works on Gordon. Down to the mid post against Jokic. Runs it up off glass. No, he could not get the shot. Towns is 0 for 2 shooting. 30% over the first 2 games. Gordon back the other way. Muscles his way inside. Missed the shot. But a tip follow there for MPJ. Michael Porter Jr. shooting 50% this series, 17 a game. Here's Ant, the drive, took the contact, the runner no, but he hit the deck, and he'll be helped up by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and then head to the free throw line for 2 shots. 41 for Ant. He had 13 in the third quarter on 6 of 9 shooting. It really was a special third quarter as the Wolves put up a 40 spot. They hit 17 of 21 shots in that frame. Problem was that is only 1 out of the 4 quarters. They got outscored the other 3. They were down by 9 after 1. Got outscored by 6 more in the second. Got outscored by 11 in the fourth. As we talked about on the tip-off show, did the Wolves find something offensively, or did the Nuggets take their foot off the gas a little bit and then put it back down in the fourth quarter? So far, good start. Ant 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. 11-8, the Timberwolves lead by 3. Free throw shooting was bad in game 1. It was good in game 2. Here's Jokic spinning inside between Towns and Gobert. His layup no good off the back iron. Good defense without fouling. Ant back the other way. Knifes in. Off glass no. Eric Galen, a Minnetonka native, will send Ant to the free throw line for 2 more shots. Ant's been to the free throw line 14 times in this series. Heading into tonight, Ant was 12 of 14 shooting. The rest of the team, 16 of 25 at the free throw line. And now add 4 more free throw attempts for Ant, so he'll been there 18 times to the line. The rest of the team combined 25 times. Nope, tip follow. Rudy couldn't get it to drop. So Ant's 2 out of 4. He had missed 2 free throws over the first 2 games. He's missed 2 here in the opening 4 minutes of this game. Now gets up from left to right. Jokic hearing some boos. Now Murray shoving back by Alexander Walker. Murray's going east-west there. Alexander Walker's trying to make life difficult for him, but that's a tough line to toe. And he picks up his first personal foul. The Wolves cannot afford foul problems. That's the other thing, too. The Wolves were really good in the third quarter, but everybody up and down the lineup was in foul difficulty. Murray misses a 3, been 50% from deep. Timberwolves have the rebound up by 4. Wing left, here's Anthony Edwards. A pull-up, 3 over Michael Porter Jr., and that's what happens when you drive. You get defenders on their heels. That opens up the outside game. And buries the 3. It's 15-8. 5-0, Anthony Edwards run. 6:50 left to go, and there's a turnover. KCP got his pocket picked. And back the other way, pull up right side, 3, it's on its way! It's off the front rim, no. House would have come down. Jokic rebound, hit ahead. KCP runs it up on Towns and banks it in for 2. 15-10, what a swing that was. It hits that, the roof comes off the joint. It's 18-8. Instead, now it's a 5-point game. Gobert inside, out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Dribbles to the free throw line. High arcing 15-footer is well short. Porter with the rebound. Here's Murray up in the front court. They zip it to Jokic. Lowers the shoulder on Gobert. Shot blocked! Rudy got a piece of it. Boy, they're going to call that a goaltend? Wow, I thought Rudy recovered really well. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, that was really close to the... It's tough to say what the apex is. I feel like we should have science pop up on the screen that should be able to tell you on a replay where the apex is and whether it's a block or not. Towns battling with Gordon inside. Crowd wanted to foul on AG. Towns is trying to do a little too much here. Splits a defender. Floater in the lane. That drops in. A little bit of frustration from Cat here. He's got to bottle that up. Keep it under control. 17-12. Jokic, right side 3. That's going to be an air ball. Right out of bounds. Crowd enjoys that. Anderson checks in. Karl Anthony Towns will sit down. One thing the Wolves worked on at shoot-around today is they want to pay more attention to Murray and less attention to Jokic in terms of off the pick and roll. Murray had 20 points against the Wolves' drop coverage in Game 2. Most of that came against Rudy Gobert. They want to move Rudy up a little bit. He takes a feed here, dives to the rim, and lays it in for 2. 19-12, Timberwolves lead by 7. Here's Gordon looking right side for MPJ. Couldn't get it to him. Now Jokic with it. Jamal Murray off the floor right now. As Bruce Brown is in, left to the lane, bottled up, back out to Jokic, top of the key. They dump it inside Gordon, turns nicely, layup, no. Foul from behind with Kyle Anderson. Gordon did a nice job. He's a big body, 6'8", 235, sculpted, former slam dunk champ. Or did he lose the dunk champ? No, he lost it a couple of times. That tells you how much I pay attention to the slam dunk competition. But his chiseled frame was able to box out and position himself well against Anderson. And the pass, of course, perfect from Jokic. That's one of the areas that makes Jokic the two-time MVP. Pinpoint passes. He lobbed it in there perfectly. That allowed Gordon just a quick drop step, and Kyle's caught in a bad way. Didn't want to give up the dunk, so he fouled it. First free throw good. 5:06 left to go opening quarter. It's now 19-14. Timberwolves lead by 5. They've been up by as many as 7. Conley, Gobert, Anderson, Edwards, and Taurean Prince into the game. Nickeil Alexander-Walker sits down. K.A. left side of the floor, matched up against Jokic, lobs it inside. Rudy, reverse layup, no. He thought he got shoved from behind. His reverse layup over his head. Never did hit the iron, right off the glass. Here come the Nuggets back the other way. Porter across the lane, knifes his way to the cup, scoops it up, and Andy got dropped to the deck. He'll head to the free throw line for an and one. Especially in the postseason, missed layups or missed shots at the rim are just like turnovers. Time and time and time again. Missed layup at this end, 3-point play at the other end. 4:47 left to go in the opening quarter. Last foul charge 2. Mike Conley. Free throw's good. Michael Porter Jr. now in his 4th season out of Missouri. Remember, missed a whole year, recovering from one of his 3 back surgeries. Conley pick and roll, Gobert rolling down the lane, fed it to Gobert a little bit low. It trickles out to the perimeter. Kyle Anderson has it, and he is called for an offensive foul. He took Jeff Green into the paint and held his off arm. Kyle does not protest, which tells me that he probably is guilty of the crime. Yeah, they got tangled up. I think Kyle just kind of grabbed the arm a little bit. Bruce Brown turns back over the other way and then runs into Conley and foul him. That could be a take foul. No? Anyone? James Williams getting an earful from the Timberwolves bench. Chris Finch, Mike Honori, Joe Boylan. No take foul. Timberwolves front court. Stop and pop three off the Gobert screen. Conley missed that one. Rebound loose. Free throw line scooped up by Michael Porter Jr. Here come the Nuggets down by 2. Jokic with it up top. A dribble handoff to MPJ. Back to Jokic. Jokic down the corner. Wide open. Jeff Green. He'll take it. He'll miss it short. Jeff Green is a plus 26 in 49 minutes in this series. He's been really good. He's only averaged 6 points, a couple of rebounds. He's now shooting 5 of 12, including 1 of 5 from deep. Here's Prince beating KCP off the dribble, off to the dunker spot. That's where Rudy Gobert is hanging out. He'll rise and flush. 21-17. Rudy is pacing the way. He's got 8 points. Bruce Brown against Anthony Edwards. Hash mark near side, right in front of Nuggets head coach Michael Malone in his 8th season in Denver, 10th season overall. Jokic straight away on the 3. He brings the Nuggets to within 1. 21-20. Timberwolves still on top, but down to 1 after they led by 7. 3:25 left to go in the first. This is the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Remembering all the ways Minnesota lottery dollars help our state is easy. Just think of this acronym: Beaches Treat Cows. It stands for Bees, Education, Agriculture, Canoeing, Habitats, Endangered Species, Transit, Renewable Energy, Air Quality, Trails, Conservation, Outreach, Water, and Sustainability. See, it's easy. Since 1990, the Minnesota Lottery has raised more than $3.5 billion to help our very own Beaches Treat Cows. So say I'm in and play your part in helping Minnesota.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
Cal Soderquist with a scoreboard update. One final from the 2 games taking place elsewhere this evening. The Atlanta Hawks facing what the Wolves are facing here tonight, back home, staring down a 2-0 series deficit. Hawks able to hold serve, capturing a 130-122 win on their home floor. Trae Young, 32 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds in the victory. We are halfway through the third quarter in New York. And the Knicks, after stealing Game 1 in Cleveland, Cavs even the series up with a win in Game 2. But it's the home team having a ton of fun at the Garden.
Center shoot. Mitchell double the midcourt logo for Levert. Bobbles knocked away to Randall. Knicks are 4-on-1 quickly. Down low. Barron with the flush with 6.2 to go. Knicks by 13 late in the second quarter. And listen to this crowd.
Yeah, Knicks closing that first half with a 13-5 burst. They have extended that lead to 14 with 7 minutes to play in the third. 56-42. Jalen Brunson's got a dozen points. R.J. Barrett, you heard the slam there. He leads the way with 16. Back to Alan.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. Denver on an 8-2 run here over the last 1 minute and 41 seconds. They've come to within 1. It's 21-20. Timberwolves with 3.5 to go in the opening quarter. Nikola Jokic. His scoring down this year from last year by about 2 points a game. His usage down about 5 percentage points. His assists up. That's what happens when you got a healthy Jamal Murray, a healthy Michael Porter Jr. He hasn't had to do as much, and his passing has been on display in a big way. 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 27 points in Game 2. He's looking for more here in the rest of the series and trying to avoid having happened what happened in the third quarter, Game 2, when the Wolves put up a 40 spot.
It's only one quarter, of course. We had a really good 7 quarters at home. So, to be honest, I kind of expected them to react, we to fall down. But the good thing is that we reacted the right way, and we won the game, and we get back the rhythm of the game. I think Mike was phenomenal in that period, and I think I told him I think that's why we won the game. He had a 8-0 run by himself, and he brought us the energy back and the momentum.
Nikola Jokic, the Nuggets have had a top 10 offense in each of the 7 years since they just started to run through their offense through Nikola Jokic back in the 16-17 season. Who was on that staff, the Denver Nuggets? Chris Finch. Timberwolves have it out of the timeout. Towns with against Jeff Green. Could move baseline up off glass. Missed the shot. Goes tumbling into the stanchion. Nuggets come back 5-on-4. Jamal Murray checked up nicely by Kyle Anderson. But Bruce Brown is open. His floater down the lane drops in. And the Nuggets have the lead. They're on a 10-2 run. And they're up 22-21. Carl is 1 for 5 shooting. The frustration starting to show a little bit. Still plenty of time left. Jalen Noel into the game. He's got it up top. Out of Kyle Anderson. Free throw line extended right wing. Hand off to Anderson. Beyond the arc. Circled off the Anderson screen. Oh, a spin move around. Jokic, the floater, no good. Off glass, too strong. Jokic rebound. Hit ahead Murray. He'll lob it up towards the rim. That's deflected by Prince. And Jalen Noel comes away with it. Jalen shoves off on Porter Jr. Speeds his way up the floor. Top of the key. Out to Prince. Left side. Extra pass to the corner. It's Edwards. Catch and shoot 3. Missed it short. Michael Porter Jr. with the rebound. 22-21. Nuggets by 1. They walk it up here. Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, and Jeff Green. Jokic, after a nasty screen that picked off Towns. Jeff Green's got it under the basket. Kick out MPJ. He'll drive in. Double clutch and bank it in for 2. Wow. Michael Porter Jr. hit some difficult shots already tonight. He's got 7 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 12-2 run. Jalen right side 3. Offense has gone cold here. Nuggets lead by 3. There's Murray rubbing off a staggered screen. Snakes his way across the lane, out to the right wing, and Anderson feeds Jeff Green on a run to the rim. Over Town shot, no. Jokic rebound and the putback. 5-point Nuggets lead. 1:29 left to go in the first. This is when this team needs their crowd. Fans should be on their feet right now. Here's Karl Anthony Towns posting up, baseline, jump hook, rattles in. 26-23 second field goal of the game for Karl Anthony Towns. Hey, it's easy to cheer when things are going well. Can you lift your team up when things aren't going well? Jamal Murray down the lane. Yikes. Nuggets offense absolutely flying right now. Here's Ant with a head of steam. Down the lane out to Prince in the corner. Catch and shoot 3. Missed it long. Crashing the glass. Towns couldn't get it. He crashed into Jokic, who wanted to foul. Nuggets come away with the ball. Murray left side. Stop and pop. Angle 3. Way offline. Timberwolves have the rebound. 16-4. Denver run. Down 7, up 5. Here's Kyle Anderson up top, watched by Jokic. Hand off Anthony Edwards. Now against Jokic down the lane to the corner. Prince, can he hit this one? Yes. TP knocks it down, and the Timberwolves are back to within 2. 28-26, Denver by 2 with 31.1 left to go in the first quarter. Murray walks it up left wing side. He's got a white sleeve on his left leg, nothing on his right leg. Around the Jokic screen, turns the corner along the baseline, all the way through to the right wing, now picked up by Prince. Still 10 on the shot clock. They lob it inside to Jokic and a 3-second call. Jokic was camped out there. He was hoping for that pass a little bit earlier. Murray couldn't get it to him. And a turnover on the Nuggets. So shot clock goes off, 16.6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Wolves have to be aware that Denver's got a foul to give. Timberwolves also have a foul to give if things go awry. They need to slow down. The Nuggets back the other way. Ant going to work inside on Murray. Up strong off glass. No. Boy, that elbow came up. I think Murray's running right over to James Williams and say, hey, Ant got that elbow right up in my face. They give the foul on Murray. That's number 1 on Jamal Murray. Free throws coming for Anthony Edwards, where he's 2 of 4 so far tonight. Timberwolves injury report for Game 3. Brought to you by Mayo Clinic, your source for medical answers. No injuries for the Nuggets. Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid out for the Timberwolves. Jaden's got the right hand fracture. Naz has the broken left wrist. First free throw up and in. Ant has a chance to tie the game. If the Wolves can get a stop here in the final 4 seconds, it would be just the second time in 9 quarters they've either won or tied a quarter. And free throw is good. It's 28 all. Still work to do here with 4 seconds left. Jeff Green will trigger it along the baseline. Inbound comes to Bruce Brown. They feed Murray on the move, crossing midcourt. He got stripped. Picking it off is Austin Rivers, who snuck into the game. I don't know that he'll get credit for the steal, but the Wolves prevent the Nuggets from getting off an end-of-quarter shot. So for just the second time in 9 quarters, the Wolves find themselves not trailing. 28 all. Going to the second next on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Fans, the Timberwolves and Arby's are looking to get you free meats this season by lighting it up from downtown with the We Have the Threes promotion. That's right, we have the threes. So every time the pack cashes in 12 threes at a home or away game, all fans with the Timberwolves mobile app can get a free Arby's classic beef and cheddar sandwich. Just head to your nearest Arby's, show them your app, and boom. Limit 1 per customer and is valid at participating stores in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. For a complete list of participating stores, visit timberwolves.com/Arby's.
All right, we're joined by Dr. Okoroha, orthopedic surgeon at Mayo Clinic and team physician for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, we're talking cutting-edge technology and equipment. Now, medicine and technology are things that are changing and evolving all the time. What are some of the new exciting treatment options and equipment that Mayo Clinic is using to treat orthopedic and sports medicine injuries?
Generally, there are 2 treatment paths, the non-surgical path and the surgical path. On the non-surgical path, we give our everyday athletes the access to equipment used by the Timberwolves and the Lynx. Now, that includes the Alter G, which is an anti-gravity treadmill that lets you run with less gravity. We have the HydroWorks pool. We have the motion analysis lab that allows us to test movement patterns and gait and really create a program to reduce injury risk. So another non-surgical option that we offer are ultrasound-guided joint injections. And what that allows us to do is do a quick assessment of the joint and then increase the accuracy of our injections, such as the PRP or stem cell injections, to improve joint health. Now, on the surgical side, we offer arthroscopies and minimally invasive procedures. That allows us to do a minimally invasive surgery and get you back on the field or the court quicker.
All right, that is Dr. Okoroha, orthopedic surgeon and team physician for the Timberwolves. To learn more, you can check out either of their 2 locations, both in downtown Minneapolis at Mayo Clinic Square and in Rochester. You can also visit their website, sportsmedicine.mayoclinic.org.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
All tied at 28 through 1 quarter of play. We head to the second quarter. Timberwolves being paced by Rudy Gobert's 8 points in 8.5 minutes. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic has 11 on 5 of 7 shooting to lead the Nuggets. Under the category of better late than never, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the Timberwolves Radio Network.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Along with studio host and executive producer Cal Soderquist, I'm Alan Horton from our radio platform here in section 132 of the Lower Bowl. Our engineer is Mike Weber, our statistician, Super Dave Hanlon. Glad you're along with us on our flagship 830 WCCO and 102.9 FM The Wolf, and all across the Timberwolves radio network. Sirius XM, satellite radio, the Odyssey app, Timberwolves mobile app, the NBA app, NBA.com, the audio league pass available for you. However you're listening to the broadcast, we appreciate you tuning in here tonight. Here we go in the second quarter, tied at 28. Timberwolves offensive rating of 112. Denver a 108. Well, the Nuggets are shooting a little bit better than the Timberwolves are right now. 57% effective field goal percentage to 50% for Minnesota. Denver had the 5th best offense in the NBA, and that dropped a few spots as they went 7-10 over their final 17 regular season games. Anderson to the corner. Here's Austin Rivers staying into the game. Out of the angle of Jalen Noel. Mid-post left side. Cat funnels it back to Noel, who pops on the jumper, missed it short. Aaron Gordon with the rebound. 9th year Arizona. Spent 6+ years in Orlando. 2+ years in Denver. Goes to work on Taurean Prince, backs him down. Now the one-footed fall away off glass from the mid-post. He got it, and he drew a foul. It's another and one opportunity for the Nuggets. Their second so far of the evening. 30-28. Denver leads by 2. Denver's done their damage inside. 22-12. The paint advantage right now through 1 quarter of play. And in the paint, Denver's hit 11 of 14 shots. Outside of the paint, 1 for 8. Free throw hit by Aaron Gordon. He had 13 in game 1. Went for 12 points, 10 rebounds in game 2. He's got 5 points, 4 boards right now. Up by 3 are the Nuggets. Here's Jalen Noel. Step back, straight away 3. Offline to the left. Missed it. Jalen 0 for 3 shooting, 0 for 2 from deep. Quickly, Mike Conley gets the call off the bench. Drive by Gordon. It went off the foot, I think, of Anderson. Then Gordon tried to scoop it up along the baseline. I think if he had let that go, it would have been Denver basketball. Instead, it'll be another turnover on the Nuggets. 5 miscues here in the first half. Timberwolves only 1 turnover so far. 1 turnover. So that coming from Kyle Anderson. Yeah, the offensive foul. Cat has 9 turnovers through the first 2 games. It led to 15 Denver points. 6 of the 9 turnovers have been live ball turnovers, which are the backbreakers. Layup missed by Kyle Anderson inside. Here comes Bruce Brown to push. Crosses over on Prince, drives in. Layup is good. This layup turns into a fast break at the other end. Time and time again. 5-point Denver lead, straightaway 3. Catney got it to go. So Towns able to knock down a triple. He had been 3 for 12 heading into tonight. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 4 for 14 from beyond the arc. Bruce Brown with it up top. Bounce pass to a rolling Jeff Green. He missed the dunk inside. Towns with a rebound. Crashed into by Gordon. And a foul will be called. Timberwolves will take control. Loose ball foul against Aaron Gordon will be his first. Nope, second. TP takes a breather. Nikhil back out there. Mike Conley, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Austin Rivers, Kyle Anderson, and Karl Anthony Towns. Jamal Murray's out there, but no Jokic right now. Conley to the corner is Austin Rivers, little shake and bake. Now up top it comes. Towns with it. Pump fakes the 3, drives on Jeff Green in the lane, runs it up the right hand, and scores it for 2. That's what they want to do with Towns. Give him more space to operate. Get it to him on the move where the defense is moving, and a quick pump fake gives him an advantage. Here's Murray spinning off the Jeff Green screen. Up top it comes. Here is Bruce Brown. Brown with a right-handed dribble into the paint. Defense collapses. Kick out. Christian Brown missed the 3. Towns rebound. Outlet Anderson. Kyle will jog it up left wing. He doesn't have a lot of help here. Looking to go at Christian Brown. Down low to the block. Now still with it against Brown. In the lane. Jump hook up short. And the rebound collected by Jamal Murray. Murray's on the move into the front court from left to right. Aaron Gordon dribbles into a right side 3. That's going to be offline. The Wolves, they have the rebound. It's out of bounds. It'll stay. Nope, it will be Timberwolves basketball. With Murray and Jokic on the floor, the Nuggets through 2 games a plus 24 in 58 minutes. They've outscored the Wolves by 24 points in this stretch. Right side Rivers. He'll toss up a 3 off the back iron. No. Jamal Murray with the rebound. Timberwolves are 5 of 13 from deep, just 39% from the field overall. Murray to the elbow, a kick out to Christian Brown. Brown, a rookie out of Kansas, just 21 years of age, number 22 pick. Last summer's draft. Murray, fall away over Conley, right side is good. Just posting him up. Quick turnaround fall away. Murray with no Jokic on the floor. They played 14 minutes. It's been a plus 1. Here's Conley splitting 2 defenders, runs it up off glass. No, another missed shot. Gordon collects the rebound. Plus 8 on the glass are the Nuggets. Down the lane, Jeff Green crashes into Anderson. The kick out to Brown. He buries the 3. Not really enough contact. Anderson did go down, but they don't get the pass and crash. And now a foul on Jeff Green as he tried to get in front of Karl Anthony Towns on the perimeter. Rudy Gobert in. Kyle Anderson will sit. We'll get some Gobert-Towns minutes together with Anthony Edwards back in the game as well.
Rudy Gobert.
So Jamal Murray will check out. Here comes Nikola Jokic. I was going to say, we were about to get some non-Murray Jokic minutes on the floor, which Denver's been really good with. In 16 minutes, the Nuggets have been a plus 16 when they haven't had Jokic or Murray on the floor. That was far from the case during the regular season. Those were big minus minutes for the Nuggets. Conley inside his pass behind him, but Gobert's in the right spot. He dribbles in, got stripped by KCP. It's out of bounds. 8 to shoot. 38-33. Denver leads by 5. Bulls had the offense going early, and then they've been, for about the last 4 minutes of this quarter, and probably the 4 minutes into the final stage of the first quarter, they have gone really cold. Kickball called, sideline out of bounds for Minnesota. Conley, Rivers, Edwards, Towns, and Gobert. So Rivers getting his first action in this series. He might have played in the blowout in game 1. There's Gobert. Oh, he got around Jeff Green. Eric Dalen says offensive foul. Boy, I really think that's a bad call. It looked like Rudy had stepped by him. Let's take a look at the replay here. Oh, he gets his leg past him. That's a joke. Come on, Eric. Get your head in the game. That's a joke. 38-33. You get your hips past the defender's hips. And that's a block, not a charge. And of course, it turns into 2 points at the other end. 40-33. 7-0 Denver run. Got to respond, though. There's Ant with it up top. Jeff Green's on him. Jokic comes to double, now backs away. Towns with it up top. KCP on him. Towns lobs the left side. Dangerous pass. Picked off by Bruce Brown. Breakaway. He'll rise up and jam it with 2 hands. 9-0 Nuggets run. They lead by 9. Timeout Chris Finch. 7:17 left to go in the second quarter on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Wolves fans, the playoffs are here. Want tickets? Become a season member. New members can purchase tickets to Wolves home playoff games in the 2023 NBA playoffs. Learn more at timberwolves.com/memberships.
Make every day a vacation by joining Treasure Island Resort and Casino's team. Known across the region as Minnesota's premier entertainment destination, the island prioritizes fun and offers excellent benefits, flexibility, unlimited opportunities, winning experiences, and more. 24/7. If you're looking for a unique and exciting career, the island is looking for you. Cash in on all they offer by visiting ticasino.com to apply.
Your home for Timberwolves basketball is Bally Sports North.
Oh my goodness!
Stream games live on the Bally Sports app. And now on Bally Sports Plus, the all-new standalone streaming subscription service from Bally Sports.
Putting everybody on notice!
Timberwolves basketball all season long on Bally Sports North, the Bally Sports app, and Bally Sports Plus.
He puts it up! Oh!
Visit BallySportsPlus.com to learn more and subscribe.
This is Corey Provis of the Minnesota Twins. The Wolves take on Denver across the street in Game 3 of their first-round playoff series. If you are looking for tonight's Twins game, then join us on News Talk 830 WCCO and streaming on the Odyssey app. Let's go Wolves.
You hearing this? It sounds like
This is playoff basketball.
time to tap into playoff mode. That non-stop, claw your way to the top, give it all you got type of thing. From inside the paint to outside the arena.
Where did this come from?
Everybody's got to get in playoff mode and stay in playoff mode. Every single round. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Timberwolves started this game hitting 7 of their first 14 shots. That was over the first 6.5 minutes of the game. Since then, over the last 10 minutes, they've shot 5 for 18, just 28% from the field. They've only mixed in a couple of turnovers, 3 of them during that stretch. The latest from Karl Anthony Towns on just too much air under this cross-court pass. It's picked off and raced back the other way for a Bruce Brown dunk. 10 turnovers now for Towns in the last 10 quarters. Of the 10 turnovers, 7 have now been live ball turnovers, and Denver's converted on 6 of those 7. 7 live ball turnovers for 13 points. Overall, 10 turnovers for 17 Denver points in this series. I mean, Cat has got to, this is why, if you listen to the broadcast during the regular season, when Cat was healthy, turnovers were a problem. He averages almost, 3.2 per game? I think he finished up actually down towards 3.0. But I was harping on those at the time because when you get into games like this and series like this, turnovers are huge. They're mega important. They can swing games, which swing series. Towns has it out of the timeout. Wing left, cross court. Conley catch and shoot 3 on the way. Got it. 42-36. 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The Nuggets are shooting 58%. They are just 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, but they've been dominant inside, plus 12 in the paint. Jokic goes to work against Gobert. Right side, bottled up, kick out pass deflected, but Bruce Brown has it. Then a whistle and a foul as Jokic and Gobert tangle for position in the block. Foul against Gobert, sideline out of bounds Denver. 6:43 left to go in the second quarter. Nuggets by 6. TP for 3. Back in. Wolves were getting outscored 14-5 to begin the second quarter. So Conley's 3. Bruce Brown, wing right. They set up Jokic, who tried to go back to Brown. It bounces through the lane all the way out to Jeff Green. Left angle 3, missed it. Rebound loose, and Bruce Brown is quickest to it. Brown got the rebound inside of Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert. Kicks out to KCP, and a right angle 3 is good. Boy, Wolves are getting exactly what they deserve right now. They're not playing well. Denver is. They're down 9. From up 7 to down 9. A 16-point first half swing. Conley a drive to Ant, now to the corner of Prince. Prince will take a run into the paint. Off balance leaner is good. He took some contact. Floater drops in. Prince to the free throw line with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Nikhil Alexander-Walker on the bench right now, but he's been the Jamal Murray stopper. Well, put stopper in quotation marks. 4 of 13, the rest of the team. Murray shooting 58% against them. Nikhil Alexander-Walker talked today after shoot-around about enjoying the fact that this is the first time he's played in rotation and getting starter minutes and starting some games in the postseason.
When you're a kid in the driveway or on the Fisher-Price net and you got the imaginary crowd and you're getting hyped, that's what you live for, those moments. And for it to come to light, to experience that, to be a part of that, it's fun.
He's playing well. It's been a really forgotten part of that acquisition at the trade deadline that Mike Conley came to town. KCP buries another 3. He's 2 for 2 from deep. He's up to 10. 48-39. Wolves are down by 9. And tried to drive, got stripped. Murray poked it free. Jokic now with hit ahead to Murray. On a run left to the lane. Lost the ball. Got it back. Trailer is Jokic. Dribbles into the paint. Bowls over Gobert. That's an easy offensive foul call. So with 5.5 to go in the second quarter, it's the Nuggets who lead by 9.
Offensive foul on Nikola Jokic. That's his first personal foul.
Timberwolves have Conley, Prince Edwards. We just need someone with the last name of Island that would really cap it all off. Towns and Gobert. And touch pass Cat. His 3 is blocked by Jamal Murray. Wow. Now Aaron Gordon, right side, extra pass Murray. Murray backs down Conley. 14 the shot clock, spin move, one way, back the other. He kept passing, now he throws it away. Oh, whistle stops playing a foul against Rudy Gobert. Rudy's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. 5:10 left to go second quarter. Kyle Anderson time. And boy, Jokic looked like he clamped down on the arm of Gobert. Watch that off arm. It comes down. Yeah, it's locked in there. Yeah, that's not a good call. And that's the third on Gobert. He sits for the rest of the half. Here's Murray left side, spins away from Ant, goes up against Kyle Anderson, hesitates, now rises, jumpers, pure 50-39. Nuggets with their first double-digit lead of the game. Here comes Ant up the center of the floor. Ant runs right by Jokic and lays it in for two. I think Jokic knew exactly what the score was. And he was like, you know what? I'm not in great position for this. I'm not even going to try. Left side three is dropped in for Jamal Murray. He's in double figures with 11. 3 in double figures. Again, this is one of those leads. Timberwolves are down 12. It feels like they're down 22. Towns fouled on a drive by Gordon. Gordon will pick it up. That's his third personal foul. Denver this year, 48-13 with a 10-point lead. That's a 787 win percentage. That ranks 9th amongst all NBA teams. The Wolves have made life difficult for themselves. They've fallen behind by 32, by 21. And they're down by 12 here. And when Denver plays with a lead, they're a top 10 team. When they're up by 10, when they're up by 15 or more, they have the 6th best record. When they have the lead after 1, when they have the lead after 2, they're a top 5 team. First free throw good for Karl Anthony Towns. That last foul was only the 4th by the Nuggets. Which tells me they thought Cat was shooting on that play. The Wolves will take it. 10-point game. Jamal Murray, hash mark, far side, left to right. Off the Jokic screen, back to Jokic, extra pass baseline. Yikes, picked apart. Jeff Green with a two-handed flush. Nuggets making it look easy right now. 62% shooting, 5 of 11 from deep. They cut down on their turnovers, which kept the Wolves in the game early. Here is Conley, right side. And takes the dribble back to Conley up top. He's bumped on the perimeter by KCP. Draws the foul. That'll be free throws for Mike Conley. Denver has hit 9 of their last 10 shots. 9 of 10. 9 of 10 in a playoff game. Yikes. Conley knocks down the free throw. Whoa, Jeff Green. Let's hold up. Jeff, wait till you're happy. 15-year vet. I think Jeff missed a year in there somewhere because Conley's in the same draft class and Mike's in his 16th year. 4 of the top 5 draft picks in that 2007 draft, still going strong. Kevin Durant in Phoenix, Al Horford, Boston, Mike Conley here in Minnesota, and Jeff Green. With his 8th different playoff team, that's an NBA record. Conley stroked to pair. It's a 10-point game, 3:39 left to go in the second quarter. The only player from that 2007 draft that is not still playing. And didn't play much after 2007. Greg Oden, Conley's teammate. Right side 3 is good for Michael Porter Jr. And left side Towns. Karl with a right-handed dribble to the nail. His pass cross court is picked off. Here's KCP. And will take a run at him, man. He blocked the shot. What a play. Edwards comes down with a rebound. That sparks the crowd. Ant with it, steps through, down the lane to the rim. He's making everything happen right now. A track down block at one end, the layup at the other. Turnover at the other end. Kyle Anderson, top of the key, back to his left. Towns will take a run to the rim. Layup is good. Just like that, momentum shifts. Big time play by Anthony Edwards. He's triggered it. 58-49. It's a 9-point Denver lead with 2:58 left to go in the second on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner. Oh, I think you. I meant U.S. Bank. I knew that. US Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point of sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
Scoreboard update time. Cal Soderquist here with you. This Timberwolves game, of course, Minnesota facing a 2-0 series deficit as they are back home for Game 3. That's the case in Atlanta. Hawks playing host to the Boston Celtics. Celtics made it look easy with wins in each of the first two games. So Atlanta playing with their backs against the wall. Trae Young and company responded.
DeAndre, 3 seconds, 2. Now he has it stolen. Jaylen Brown took it right out of his hands. Now Brown coming back. Brown driving down the lane. Kicks it over to Al Horford. Al Horford back outside to Tatum. A three-pointer by Tatum is no good. Rebound Trae Young. 55 seconds to go. He may have just saved DeAndre Hunter's bacon there. Now Trae has it outside with 48 seconds to go. Trae drives. Trae hesitation. Floater is good. Trae Young just knocked it down. And the Celtics need a timeout with 45 seconds to go. Trae Young has become Trae Young tonight again. And the Hawks lead by 5. 45.4 to go in the game. Woo.
I think that might be Steve Holman's version of he's him, saying Trae Young has become Trae Young again. That floater put the Hawks up 5 with under a minute to play. Trae Young would hit 4 more free throws in those 45 seconds to secure the victory, 130-122. Hawks now trail that series 2-1. Back to Alan Horton.
Well, Cal, it's just a small 4-0 run, and there's still a long way to go. Wolves are down by 9 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. But, boy, momentum had certainly been on the side of the visiting Denver Nuggets, already up 2-0 in this series. They had the ball. They forced a turnover. They were up by 13. They were racing to the rim, thinking they were going to go up by 15 with KCP's either layup or dunk. But Anthony Edwards tracked him down, swatted it off the window, and then Ant came down with a rebound, went coast to coast to lay it up and in. Denver quickly turned it over again. Cat got a driving layup, and the energy in the building forced Michael Malone to call a timeout here. And it's worked because Gloria Stefan is playing in the building, and there we go. We get a little Motley Crue to spice things up. I could be off on both Gloria Stefan and Motley Crue, but it's that genre, so I'm in the right ballpark. So a 4-0 run. Denver has the basketball. What a block by Ant. So Denver's gotten their shot blocked and turned it over on their last 2 possessions. Wolves go into a zone here. They got Conley and Nickeil Alexander-Walker up top. They got Towns in the middle with Ant on one wing and Kyle Anderson on the other. KCP up top, pump fakes the 3. Takes one dribble, top of the key jumper, no. Rebound tapped out, Towns has got it. 2:35 left to go in the first half. Ant with the ball in hand. Edwards 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He rejects the Kyle Anderson screen. Now bounces it off to Kyle, top of the key. Ant comes back, takes the feed, drives at KCP, runs into Jokic, throws it over his head. Kyle Anderson's got it. Conley with 5 to shoot, beyond the arc, left side, inside the arc, floats it up and hits it over Nikola Jokic. 6-0 Timberwolves run. Down to a 7-point game as Jokic comes up into the front court. Off to MPJ, left side, KCP to the baseline. Back out, Jeff Green. Takes the pass, dribbles to the elbow, off to Jokic, tried to force it back to Jeff Green. It's turned over. Wolves force another turnover. And with it right side against KCP. Spin move, off balance, up off glass. No, missed it. Jokic the rebound. And now numbers back the other way. Jokic leading the break. To his left, KCP. Catch and shoot 3. Oh, he banked it in. Don't tell me you called that. 61-51. Back to a 10-point Nuggets lead. 90 seconds left to go first half. Denver 61, Minnesota 51. and lost the handle, got it back in front of his own bench. Back up top, Kyle Anderson against Jokic into the paint. Lost the ball momentarily. Now gets it off to Nikhil Alexander Walker. Tough driving layup across the lane. Able to bank it in over the larger MPJ. 61-53. They lob it inside. Jeff Green caught Michael Conley in a bad way. Green v. Conley. Asked Mike about that in the tip-off show the other night. Said, oh yeah. Goes back a long way with Jeff Green. Got to know each other a little bit during the draft process. That always seems to happen. Draft classes. Those guys do workouts together. They go through the draft together, all that kind of stuff. Porter Jr. misses a three left side. Off the back iron, Mike Conley's got the rebound. Off to his right, it's Anthony Edwards. He'll pull up on the three. Came up short. Timberwolves are 6 of 16 on their threes, 38%. Denver 7 of 14. Jokic to the right side. Starts to back down. Kyle Anderson used up his dribble. He'll lob it out. KCP left side. Got airborne. Came down with it. And eventually turned it over. Here's Kyle Anderson. I thought it should have been whistled right away. Towns now with it against Jeff Green. Muscles it up down the lane. Tough shot. Cat goes flailing out of bounds. Here come the Nuggets back the other way. Jokic, trailer, MPJ around his back. Murray fakes the pass, keeps it himself, fires the three. No. Rebound loose. Anthony Edwards with it. And looking to attack 2-on-2. He's going right to the rim. Step through on Jeff Green. Layup good. He thought he got fouled too. Zach Sarba doesn't want to hear it. 6-point game, 61-55. 10-3 Timberwolves run since the block. KCP right side, one dribble, pull up three, no, miss it. Towns rebound. 6/10 of a second left as Ant gets it before midcourt. He'll fire and throw up an air ball. So the Wolves up by as many as 7 early, then go down by 13. Then they get the block from Anthony Edwards. And the Wolves finish the quarter on a 10-3 run over the final 3:10. We'll see if that sparks them into the halftime and into the third quarter next, all across the Xcel Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Why do we say I'm into basketball? Because basketball's exciting, like catching a t-shirt from a cannon or feeling the pulse of a packed arena. There's the in-your-face slam dunks, the highlight reel alley-oops, and the three-point buzzer beaters. It all gets your heart pounding. Just like playing the lottery. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Fans, the Timberwolves and Arby's are looking to get you free meats this season by lighting it up from downtown with the We Have the Threes promotion. That's right, we have the threes. So every time the pack cashes in 12 threes at a home or away game, all fans with the Timberwolves mobile app can get a free Arby's classic beef and cheddar sandwich. Just head to your nearest Arby's, show them your app, and boom! Limit 1 per customer and is valid at participating stores in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. For a complete list of participating stores, visit timberwolves.com/Arby's.
Is it possible to see the unseeable? Could advanced imaging technology allow doctors to look deeper into the human body, uncovering the smallest of details that would otherwise go unnoticed, leading to more accurate diagnoses and treatments? Is it possible? It already is, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
All right, 2 quarters gone here at the Target Center. Timberwolves find themselves trailing, but it certainly could have been a lot worse the way those final few minutes were headed. Timberwolves able to salvage a bit of positivity entering the locker rooms at the break. They trail by 6, 61-55. Nuggets with the lead. They've got the 2-0 series lead. They built the lead as large as 13 in that first half, and they're up 6 at the break. Welcome inside the Minnesota Lottery halftime show. Cal Soderquist here with you inside our NBA Tonight studios. In just a second, we'll jump into some first half highlights. Again, Minnesota trailing by as many as 13 in those first 24 minutes. Certainly had some stretches where they looked like they were going to really bust things wide open, but Denver, steady and sure as ever, able to weather a lot of those rallies from Minnesota, and they have control at the halfway point. We'll also take a closer look at that first half box score. Denver shot nearly 57% from the field, an efficient 7 of 16 from deep. We'll highlight some other areas where the Nuggets have the advantage, and maybe preview some things the Wolves will try to get done as we chat. Alan will chat with assistant coach Mike Honori just in front of that second half getting underway. This is the Minnesota Lottery halftime show. Fans, if you're game for a little excitement, just say I'm in and score big with the Minnesota Lottery. Highlights first, the series, of course, shifting to Minneapolis after Denver able to withstand Minnesota's second half rally in Game 2. Nuggets capturing a 9-point win and a 2-0 series lead. Timberwolves hoping to build on some of those positives within that second half comeback and, of course, lengthen them into a more complete 48-minute effort. Returning home to a sold-out Target Center, 19,000 plus in the building tonight, taking part in that moonlight whiteout. Everyone donning the white shirt provided by the team, getting loud early and often and willing the Wolves to the hot start that they coveted in that first quarter.
Timberwolves have the rebound up by 4. Wing left, here's Anthony Edwards. A pull-up three over Michael Porter Jr., and that's what happens when you drive. You get defenders on their heels. That opens up the outside game. And buries the three. It's 15-8. 5-0, Anthony Edwards run.
Anthony Edwards was the one keying things in that second half in Game 2, and he came out aggressive early tonight with that 5-0 run. Wolves up 7 at that point. Crowd, of course, loving it, but Denver quickly settling in, finding their footing, and surging in front with a 16-4 burst.
Snakes his way across the lane, out to the right wing, and Anderson feeds Jeff Green on a run to the rim, over town, shot no, Jokic, rebound, and the putback. 5-point Nuggets lead, 1:29 left to go in the first. This is when this team needs their crowd. Fans should be on their feet right now.
Yeah, Denver had control at that point, flashing some of the resiliency that was on display when they withstood that 40-point third quarter from the Timberwolves in Game 2. Denver able to make just enough plays down the stretch and stand firm to hold on for the victory. They were able to withstand a mini, run or hot start, however you want to phrase it, from the Timberwolves in that first quarter. Denver went up as many as 5 with that 16-4 run, but then the Timberwolves scored the final 5 points of that first frame. So we were all square after 12 minutes, tied at 28. Denver, though, carrying some of that momentum into the second quarter and capitalizing off of Minnesota miscues.
Towns lobs the left side, dangerous pass, picked off by Bruce Brown, breakaway. He'll rise up and jam it with 2 hands. 9-0 Nuggets run, they lead by 9. Timeout, Chris Finch.
So up 9 at that point, Timberwolves having to use a timeout as the deficit ballooned to 9. Denver, they would not relent, ballooning their lead as large as 13. Timberwolves desperate for a positive sequence late in the second quarter. They got one from Anthony Edwards.
Carl with a right-handed dribble to the nail. His pass cross court is picked off. Here's KCP. And will take a run at him, man. He blocked the shot. What a play. Edwards comes down with a rebound. That sparks the crowd. Ant with it, steps through, down the lane to the rim. He's making everything happen right now. A track down block at one end, the layup at the other. Turnover at the other end. Kyle Anderson, top of the key, back to his left. Towns will take a run to the rim. Layup is good. Just like that, momentum shifts. Big time play by Anthony Edwards. He's triggered it.
Yeah, and if this rally carries over into the third quarter, keep that sequence right there in the back of your minds. Timberwolves, after the cat turnover, were in danger of seeing that deficit grow to 15 points. Anthony Edwards with the track down block, then able to allow the Wolves to rip off a 4-0 run, part of a larger 10-3 run to close out that first half. And the Timberwolves now find themselves down just 6 with, when you consider everything, seems like a minor miracle that they were able to get to within 6 with how those final few minutes of the second quarter were unfolding. So potentially massive sequence right there. We will have to wait and see as the second half unfolds. 61-56, Nuggets have the lead at the break. Taking a closer look at some of the box score, it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope leading a balanced attack from the Denver Nuggets. He's got 13 points, 5 of 8 from the field. Both Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray adding 11 points apiece, and both of those two All-Stars filling up the stat sheet. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists for the Joker. Jamal Murray coming off the 40-point night in Game 2. He had 11 in that first half, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. We told you Denver shot 57% from the field, 7 of 16 from deep. Compare that to Minnesota connecting on a 44% clip from the field. It's Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards with 13 apiece. Cat added 4 rebounds and a team best 4 assists. Mike Conley with 10 points and 3 assists as well. Points in the paint, that's all even at 28 apiece. Timberwolves, they trail in the rebounding margin 25-16. Denver, they had big advantages in terms of the fast break scoring in both games 1 and 2. Other than that third quarter where the Wolves dominated in transition, it's basically even at the half here tonight. Denver up 10-9 in that category. The turnovers, though, those hurt Minnesota early and often in this ballgame. 9 first-half turnovers. It could be worse. Denver only with 4 points off of, check that, Denver's got 9 turnovers. Timberwolves, though, with 5 of their own. Neither team able to really capitalize in that category. So all said and done, Timberwolves down by 6, probably lucky to be trailing only by a half dozen. We'll take a pause, come back to update other action around the association. 2 other games, one of them has gone final. We'll tell you about it next on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Your home for Timberwolves basketball is Valley Sports North.
Oh my goodness!
Stream games live on the Valley Sports app.
Hammers at home.
And now on Valley Sports Plus, the all-new standalone streaming subscription service from Valley Sports.
Putting everybody on notice.
Timberwolves basketball all season long on Valley Sports North, the Valley Sports app, and Valley Sports Plus.
He puts it up. Oh!
Visit valleysportsplus.com to learn more and subscribe.
Hey, Wolves fans, got a young hooper in your family? Well, registration is now open for Timberwolves and Lynx summer basketball camps.
Round his back, Garza ankle 3 on its way. It's good! Luka Garza knocks it down from deep. His third 3 of the night.
Register today and save big with first access pricing.
Shouts off for and he rocks the rim! You gotta love it!
Head to TimberwolvesBasketballAcademy.com for more info.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Minnesota Lottery halftime show continuing, still at the break here at the Target Center. Timberwolves down 6 at the intermission. Nuggets have a 61-55 halftime lead. Denver led by as many as 13, and again, a pretty important sequence. They were threatening to go up 15 after a Karl Anthony Towns turnover, but a hustling Anthony Edwards able to backtrack and get a track down block. And then scored on the other end. Another Nuggets turnover on their very next possession resulted in a Karl Anthony Towns layup. And all of a sudden, Minnesota back in business down 9, part of a 10-3 Timberwolves burst to finish up the first half. And it got them back to within 6, able to give them some life with this third quarter coming up. So you know the score here at the Target Center. Timberwolves down 6, still in the ball game, but with work left to be done, certainly in the upcoming second half. Let's check in on the other action around the association. Atlanta Hawks, they get a much-needed 130-122 victory, able to get back in that series after trailing 2 games to none, so they get a win on their home floor. New York Knicks are threatening to do the same. They're up 25 right now with just a couple minutes left in this ballgame, so they went into Cleveland, stole game 1, saw the Cavs even the series up with a win in game 2, but the Knicks leaning on a raucous Madison Square Garden, looking very, very likely to take a 2-1 series lead. Let's look ahead to the action tomorrow. 4 games on Saturday, including the LA Clippers hosting the Phoenix Suns. Suns have a 2-1 series lead, and of course, the worst news for LA, the fact that Kawhi Leonard earlier today ruled out for that game 4. Here's head coach Ty Lue on navigating that tough Kawhi injury.
I mean, it's very deflating. You know, I think more so for Kawhi because you have a guy who's coming off ACL, hasn't missed a rehab session, eats right, eats clean, does everything he can for his body, works extremely hard to get to this point. And then, you have something like this happen, so it's tough for him. Our guys have, been through a lot this year, the last 2 years, and just for us to, compete to get to the point where we made the playoffs and we're feeling, pretty good outside of having PG out. It's like you said, and this happens, it's a blow.
Yeah, the Clippers have not been able to avoid the injury bug, certainly. That game between the Clippers and Suns will tip off at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, LA trailing 2-1. Wolves down 6 at the break. We've got assistant coach Mike Inori and second half action next on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point of sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
At the half, Timberwolves are down by 6 here, 61-55, but they trail by as many as 13. Anthony Edwards triggered a 10-3 run to end the second quarter, and Mike Inori, assistant coach, is along with us, and triggered that, Micah, with a track down block of KCP. If KCP finishes off that dunk or layup, whatever it was going to be, that you guys are down 15, and the momentum is just, and the energy in the building is just down, but Ant really turned that around with one big play.
Absolutely, and that's what we obviously know that he's capable of. I mean, just a big-time player making a huge play right there. And to your point, we start off with great energy, and then all of a sudden you look up and you're down 15, and maybe a different story. But then to finish on that 10-3 run to cut this thing right back to 6, and essentially it's right back to brand-new ball game.
You guys have done a nice job forcing turnovers, 4 of theirs in the first quarter, 5 in the second. But overall, their offense is still pretty efficient. How do you guys adjust defensively in the second half?
I just got to force them. I think you look at it, you talk about it. I mean, they're 14 for 19 in the paint, and we're 14 for 28. So we've got to finish much better, and we got to make it more difficult for them to finish in the paint. Kind of what we've done is let Nikola go ahead, obviously, which he is, let him try to score the ball, but we're still giving up too many threes to Caldwell Pope, 7 for 16. That's too many from the three. If we're going to get beat, we got to get beat giving them twos, tough twos, and limiting them to one shot and get back in transition.
Do you feel like Cat got in a little bit of rhythm in that first half?
Yeah, I think so for sure. And, he had to play the whole quarter because of the foul trouble with Rudy, and then Kyle was in a little bit of foul trouble too. But it's so hopefully we can carry that over these next 24 minutes, see what happens.
Mike, I appreciate it. Good luck second half.
Thanks, Alan.
Mike Inori along with us here, down by 6 at the break, 61-55. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Timberwolves, and by Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Book your stay now at TICasino.com. Visit the island, Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Denver's offensive rating in the first half was a 117. The Timberwolves a 106. The effective field goal percentage, 65% for Denver, 48% for Minnesota. Now, they were able to make up some of that with the 9 turnovers that the Wolves were able to force. They only turned those into 4 points, but it did give them more attempts at the offensive end, 46 shots to 44, but the Wolves also got to the free throw line 7 more times than the Nuggets did. Timberwolves have it to begin the third. Nuggets will get it to start the fourth. Karl Anthony Towns holds right side. Hand off Rudy, playing with the 3 fouls off the screen. Conley zips into the paint, drops it off. NAW floater, no. Rebound off Jokic, right to Murray. Hit ahead left wing. Here's KCP. Denver went up at the half, 33-9 this year. And the 2 games already in this series, they led at the half. Gordon, corner 3 from the Wolves bench, rattles that one in. That is 8 of 17 from beyond the arc. 64-55, the 9-point Denver advantage. Towns lobs it inside, way too tall for Gobert, but whistle as Gobert rolled into someone inside. I think it was Murray. He'll get whistled for the foul. He'll be sidelined out of bounds for Minnesota. Conley, Alexander Walker, Edwards, Towns, and Gobert. It's the way the Wolves started the game. Nice baseline drive by Towns. He got free and laid it up and in. 15 for Karl Anthony Towns. He now does lead the Wolves in scoring. Here's Gordon on a handoff to Murray. Circles off a Jokic screen, steps through in the lane, drops it back. Jokic straight away on the 3. Yep. Jokic drops in a 3. He's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Jokic. Inside Gobert. Went up on Jokic and drew the foul. Second on Jokic. Well, something interesting. The Wolves wanted to make Jokic a shooter tonight. They weren't afraid. In fact, they wanted to try to encourage him to take threes. Because when Jokic takes 5 or more threes in a game this season, Denver's 1-6. Gobert at the free throw line knocks down the first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Along with studio host and executive producer Cal Soderquist, I'm Alan Hort. Our engineer Mike Weber, statistician Super Dave Hamilton. Glad you're along with us. 830 WCCO, 102.9 The Wolf, Timberwolves Radio Network. 2 free throws make it 67-59. Nuggets lead by 8. Jokic one-on-one. Gobert left side. Little up fake. Now a baseline drive. Spin move middle. Runs into Towns. Feeds it across the lane to Gordon, who lays it up and in. Just calm, cool, collected. Going against the 3-time defensive player of the year in Gobert. Gets by him, runs into Towns, and then just calmly shuffles it across the lane to Gordon. In the lane, Nickeil Alexander-Walker tried to kick it out to Ant in the corner. Got deflected, out of bounds. Timberwolves have 12 to shoot. 10-point Nuggets lead. And they are shooting 60% this game at 9 of 18 from deep. Townsend up fake, now a drive. Runs into another defender. That's Jamal Murray. That's Kentucky on Kentucky. Crime right there that wasn't called. MPJ, pull up right side 3-0. Long rebound out to KCP. Now the trailer is Murray. He'll put on the deck, bumped by Conley, and he goes down. Conley called for the foul. 9:38 left to go in the third. 69-59 is the score. Number 1 seed for the first time in franchise history. Nuggets finished up 53-29 in the regular season. Probably could have gotten to 60 wins if they had that in mind. They went 7-10 in their final 17 games. They clinched up the number 1 seed. Murray spins off a Jokic screen, fires on a 3 at short. Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves getting crushed on the glass. They're minus 11. You know, they started the game. At Superstats Dave picked this one up. First 3 minutes of the game, the Wolves had a 5-1 edge in rebounds. Denver then out-rebounded Minnesota 24-11. 24-11 over the last 21 minutes. Towns tried to lob it inside to Gobert, too tall, out of bounds. Turnover. 4 in game 1, 5 in game 2, 3 tonight. Jokic hands it off. Here's Murray. Nickeil Alexander-Walker trailing. Runner by Murray's way offline. Jokic offensive rebound. Put back though, and finally a rebound collected by Gobert, and he got fouled. Third team foul against the Nuggets. 9 to go here in the third quarter. Still a 10-point Denver lead. 43% shooting. 6 of 17 from deep. It's 35%. It's not keeping pace with the Nuggets at 55% and 45% from deep. Here's Conley. Top of the key. Now to his right. Anthony Evans up fakes the 3. Looking to drive. Cut off by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And still with it. Backs him down to the restricted area. Turns. Jump hook. Good. Just muscled his way inside. Roughly the same height as KCP, but he's got a wider, stronger frame. MPJ rises. Left angle 3 is good. Second triple for Michael Porter Jr. He's up to 13 points. All 5 starters have reached double figures. Ant with it. Left side Towns. Towns zips it to Gobert baseline. Goes up on Jokic. Draws the foul. That'll be his third. Good decision by Rudy there. Just get it and go. And that indecisiveness put Jokic in a bad way. Who is one of the smarter players in the NBA, but oftentimes even the smarts can't make up for the need for quickness. And he couldn't get over there to the baseline and cut off Gobert in time. Free throw is good for Rudy Gobert. 11 points, 6 rebounds. Jalen Noel played 3 minutes in the first half, was 0 for 3 shooting. on the second free throw. 72-62. Statement edition blue uniforms. Here come the Nuggets. Jokic back to the basket. Top of the key, off the Gordon screen. Now he'll face up on Gobert. Turns back around, hands off to Porter Jr., drives in, floats it up over Gobert, and scores it for 2. 15 for Michael Porter Jr. Denver leads by a dozen. Here's Ant to the right side. Cross court, Jalen Noel, up top pass. Towns goes up for it, got undercut by KCP. And that'll be free throws for Towns. See if that gets Carl going. He's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He hasn't been to the free throw line a lot in this series. In fact, just 4 free throw attempts in his first 2 games. He will equal that here in game 3. 74-62. Free throw is good. Well, you can clearly hear that sound effect of the ball going through the net because it's deathly quiet in here right now. This often happens in third quarters. Crowds go at halftime and fill themselves up, food and beverage, oftentimes eating in their seat. Towns connects on a pair, 10-point game. Timberwolves fighting for their playoff lives. No team has come back, no 8 seed has come back from a 0-2 series deficit to win a first-round matchup against the top seed. That obviously tells you no team can come back from an 0-3 deficit. Michael Porter Jr. goes to work inside, scores it again. 17 on 7 of 11 shooting. MPJ. Here's Ant to the corner, doubled. Spins on KCP, out to Towns. Up top, dangerous pass by Towns, but it ends up in the hands of Noel, who drives in, and his layup is no good. Rudy with an offensive rebound. He slams home the follow. 76-66, 7 to go, third quarter. Jokic, baseball pass to Porter, to the corner and Gordon. Gordon with a jab step, now off to Jokic at the angle. Inside the arc, a handoff to KCP. Pump fakes Noel in the air, but didn't get the shot off. Jokic set up MPJ. Out to Gordon, 3 to shoot. Step back, elbow jumper on the way, no good. Timberwolves have the rebound. Good defensive possession. Now can they capitalize at the other end? They cut it to 10 on their last offensive possession. Yeah, nice pocket pass. Rudy, who drops it back. Towns to the cup. Yeah, he laid it in. Looked like Rudy was going to come down with possession of the ball. In the last second, he just dropped it off to Carl. Now an 8-point game. Now you need another stop. Inside they go to Murray. He pivots inside, double clutches, and kicks out to Jokic. Top of the key. He'll take a run on Gobert. Spins, jump hook, off back iron, rattles around, and drops in. Boy, he's got such good touch inside. Jokic, 8th in the NBA field goal percentage this year. 7th best at the rim. Number 1 from floater range. And oh yeah, his mid-range shot is number 2 in the NBA. He can hit from every level. Towns inside, bank shot good. 4th on Jokic. He went right into Jokic. And Nikola picks up his 4th personal foul. That could change things. Towns will be at the free throw line when we come back. The under 7-minute break comes with 5:51 to go in the third. Nuggets 78, Timberwolves 70 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
You listen to a radio station for variety, correct? I mean, who wants to hear the same top 40 songs over and over again? Well, 104.1 Jack FM fulfills that need for stretching your ears across 6 decades of music. How about Satisfaction from the Stones from the 60s? You'll hear it. Along with this one from the 70s. Got you covered through the 80s. The 90s brought some good stuff too, didn't it? You get the aughts and the 2010s. Jack, broadening your horizons while lessening your tolerance for junk.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
You've heard of all work and no play. Not at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Known across the region as Minnesota's premier entertainment destination, the island prioritizes fun and offers excellent benefits, flexibility, unlimited opportunities, winning experiences, and more. All day, every day. With their wide variety of departments, there's something for everyone. Take the island way to a unique and exciting career. Apply today at ticasino.com.
Fans, the Timberwolves and Arby's are looking to get you free meats this season by lighting it up from downtown with the We Have the Threes promotion. That's right, we have the threes. So every time the pack cashes in 12 threes at a home or away game, all fans with the Timberwolves mobile app can get a free Arby's classic beef and cheddar sandwich. Just head to your nearest Arby's, show them your app, and boom. Limit 1 per customer and is valid at participating stores in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. For a complete list of participating stores, visit timberwolves.com/Arby's.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Timberwolves within 8 here with Cat at the free throw line. 78-70. Denver leads by 8. 5:51 left to go in the third quarter. Michael Porter Jr., 17 points to lead the way for the Nuggets tonight. On 7 of 11 shooting. And he talked after game 1 about the Nuggets defense, which I think applies to game 2 as well. And so far tonight, the Timberwolves offense just has not been able to get on track against this, what was a very average Denver defense in the regular season.
I think we just play great team defense. I think they have some talented dudes over there. We made their night pretty inefficient. We stuck to our game plan, you know what I mean? So shots that we're getting were tough shots. And then I think Yoke did a great job around the rim. AG and Jeff did a great job on Cat. So it was a full team effort.
And it was a team effort up and down the lineup. Now both teams have shortened their bench here in the postseason. So both teams only playing 8 players for the Nuggets, 9 for the Timberwolves, with Austin Rivers getting 5 minutes in the first half. But the Wolves' offensive rating through 2 games of 96. That's 96 points per 100 possessions. That ranks 14th out of 16 playoff teams. Nuggets third best. Effective field goal percentage, Wolves rank 13th out of 16 teams. A large part of that is the Denver defense combined with the Wolves turning it over and then missing shots. Towns is at the free throw line. He's got 21 points in this game. 8 of 15 shooting. Free throw is good, 78-71. Chris Finch, his second playoff appearance, leading the Timberwolves to the postseason. He has sent out Jalen Noel, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards, Kyle Anderson, Karl Anthony Towns. Gordon, wing left. Lobs it right side. Here's Green on a handoff. Michael Porter Jr. off to Green. Fakes the pass back. Jeff keeps it himself. Pump fake Cat in the air. He threw up the shot. It dropped in. It's an and one for Jeff Green. First personal on Towns. He jumped out of the gym hunting for a block against Jeff Green. He gives up the three-point play. I mean, that's just a prayer by Jeff Green, but he got answered. One free throw coming up for Jeff Green. Free throw is good. 81-71. Back to a 10-point Nuggets lead. They've got Murray out there, but no Jokic right now. Sitting with the 4 fouls. Jokic has 16 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds. Hunting for his third triple-double of the season. And able to break through the Denver defense left wing. They give him the continuation off the glass, and he'll go to the free throw line for an and one. 13 shots for Ant tonight. I think the Wolves got a little bit lucky there. There may have been a foul, but also could have been just a jump ball as Bruce Brown reached in there. He got his hand on Ant's hand. Hands a part of the ball. 3-point play is capped off. Ant in the regular season had the 6th most and ones in the NBA. 64 times. He had an and one opportunity. Only hit the free throw 69% of the time. He hits this one. 7-point game. Michael Porter Jr. straightaway 3. No. Kyle Anderson rips down the rebound. It's grab and go up the center of the floor. Now to his right. Here's Edwards. Pump fakes the 3. Now steps back. Pump fakes again. And 3-second violation against Towns. Yeah, I think Carl thought the shot was going to go up. Not just once, but twice. 4th turnover on Towns. $13 turnovers in 3 games. eb20f24, whistle on a foul on the perimeter. This will go against Nikhil Alexander Walker.
That's the second personal foul. Third team.
4:55 to go in the quarter. It's only the 3rd team foul. And for Nikhil, who picked one up early, that's just his 2nd. The crowd doesn't like it after they see it up on the video board. Bruce Brown rubs off a Jeff Green screen. Perimeter left, crosses over on Towns, drives in the paint, floater up, off front rim, rattles around and drops in. I swear there's been like almost 10 shots tonight for the Nuggets that just hit the rim, and they're getting the friendly roll every single time. And with it, left angle against Jamal Murray. Here comes a step back 3 on its way. It was online, but short. Jeff Green secures the rebound. Here's Jamal Murray up on the right wing. Net by Nikhil Alexander Walker. 4:20 left to go, 3rd quarter. Bruce Brown holds up top against Towns. Left-handed dribble, beats him off there to the rim and lays it in with ease. Timeout, Chris Finch. Timberwolves back down by 11. 4:15 left to go in the 3rd. Denver 85, Minnesota 74 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Remembering all the ways Minnesota lottery dollars help our state is easy. Just think of this acronym: Beaches Treat Cows. It stands for Bees, Education, Agriculture, Canoeing, Habitats, Endangered Species, Transit, Renewable Energy, Air Quality, Trails, Conservation, Outreach, Water, and Sustainability. See, it's easy. Since 1990, the Minnesota Lottery has raised more than $3.5 billion to help our very own Beaches Treat Cows. So say I'm in and play your part in helping Minnesota.
Your home for Timberwolves basketball is Valley Sports North.
Oh my goodness!
Stream games live on the Valley Sports app.
Hammers at home.
And now on Valley Sports Plus, the all-new standalone streaming subscription service from Valley Sports.
Putting everybody on notice.
Timberwolves basketball all season long on Valley Sports North, the Valley Sports app, and Valley Sports Plus.
He puts it up. Oh!
Visit valleysportsplus.com to learn more and subscribe.
Time for another scoreboard update. 2 finals from earlier this evening. The Atlanta Hawks back home trailing their series with the Celtics 2-0. They get a much needed bounce back effort, a 130-122 victory. Trae Young led the way, 32 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. New York Knicks were back home with their series against the Cavs, all square at a game apiece. Knicks used a 13-5 burst to end the first half, taking a 13-point lead into the third. They into the halftime break and into the third. They continued to build on that advantage early in the second half, and by the time the 4th quarter came around, it was a party at the Madison Square Garden.
Brunson, stop and go against Allen. Floater, it's good. Ankle breaker against the big fella. Timeout Cleveland with 3:41 to go. The Knicks by 26 in game 3. And just listen to the Garden eruption. Knicks have made 8 straight shots.
Yeah, the Garden loves it.
They certainly did. Jalen Brunson led the way with 21 points. Knicks led that game by as many as 27. They cruised to a 20-point victory. Cavs players at times certainly looked discombobulated by the energy and intensity of that crowd at the Garden. Back to Alan Horton.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. 85-74. Every time the Wolves threaten, Denver closes the door. How about Bruce Brown tonight? Off the bench. 13 minutes, 10 points. A perfect 5 of 5 shooting. He's got 3 rebounds. He got 2 assists. Mike Malone's message to his squad entering game 3, get selfish.
Come in here and don't be satisfied. Not in terms of our play, not in terms of our identity. We're a selfless team on the court, but my message about being selfish was let's not come up here with the mindset of, hey, we're in a good position. We're 2-0. We're comfortable. You know, when you get comfortable in this business, you get your ass kicked. So I don't want us to be comfortable. I want us to be selfish and come up here and let's try to do everything we can to take game 3. We know they're desperate. And when teams are desperate, they're scary. And we have to be ready for that and go out there and have poise in a hostile environment and do whatever we can to try to go up 3-0.
Michael Malone, 23 postseason wins with the Nuggets. The big stiff, Doug Moe, right in front of him. 24. Our broadcast partner, Billy McKinney, used to play with Doug Moe. Doug Moe calls everybody a big stiff. And people call him the big stiff, too, right back at him. Out of the timeout, able to step through to the rim and score for 2. 85-76. Timberwolves are down by 9. Nuggets have it. Bruce Brown, open left side. Can he stay perfect? No. Misses the 3. Long rebound. Jalen Noel, 2-on-1. Off to Conley. Now the trailer. Rudy down the lane. He got whacked. Goes down. He thought he got hit in the head. He is claiming he got hit in the head. I don't think the officials are going to look at this at all, though Rudy is still kind of down-seated. Now he'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots with 3:44 left to go in the third quarter. Wolves fans, tickets for Sunday's Game 4 are still available, but going fast. It's another Moonlight Whiteout. All fans will get a Moonlight White shirt at the game. Get tickets at Timberwolves.com. Wear white on Sunday. Timberwolves.com for all your ticket needs. The only official location to buy Timberwolves tickets. Rudy at the free throw line. First one's, wow, way long. Off glass, off back iron. Timberwolves are 16 of 20 at the free throw line tonight. They've gotten there 20 times. Nuggets have gotten there 5 times. But the Nuggets have more than made up for that with efficient offense tonight, 57% shooting. 1 out of 2 for Rudy at the line. Timberwolves, a little 3-0 burst out of the timeout, gets them to within 8. Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. on the floor. Brown with it up top off the Gordon screen, snakes his way inside, floats it up with the right hand again, rim, off glass and in. Bruce Brown, if you need him, 12 points, 6 of 7 shooting tonight. The Boston native was a college at the University of Miami. Brown spent 2 years in Detroit, 2 years in Brooklyn. He's found a home in Denver. Noel, good drive, kick to the corner. Anderson, 3-ball offline, off the heel. Aaron Gordon out muscles Gobert for the rebound. Gordon lobs it up ahead, looking for Jeff Green, a little bit too tall. Green got a hand to it, tapped it twice, but then that momentum carried him right out of bounds. 10 turnovers now on the Nuggets. Wolves have only turned the prior 9 turnovers into 4 points. 87-77, 10-point Nuggets lead, 3:04 to go in the third. Wolves were in this situation back in 2018 against the Houston Rockets. Lost the first 2 games on the road. Came back and won game 3. They've actually been down 5. This is the 6th time they're facing an 0-2 deficit in the series. Gobert offensive rebound. Turnaround jumper from the elbow. Rudy calmly, coolly, collectively knocks it down. 87-79, 16 for the big man. Jamal Murray, hash mark far side. It's guarded by Anderson here. Gordon slips the screen up top to Green. Now left side to Brown. 6 to shoot. Off of Jeff Green's screen. Brown will drive in on Noel. Forced him into a difficult shot. Rebound out of bounds. It'll stay. Denver basketball. No, Eric Dalen overrules himself. He'll say Timberwolves basketball. Point and Edwards will bring it up and initiate the offense. Works to his right off an Anderson screen. Rudy sets the screen. He rises up for the 3 and rattles it in. 87-82. 8-2 Timberwolves run. Ants up to 23 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Murray on the attack and a reach-in foul on Anderson. I think Murray recognized what Kyle was going to do there, just kind of using that long 7-foot wingspan to reach out. Actually, 7'3" wingspan. So Kyle a little bit short there. And Jamal kind of read that, knew that arm was coming out, and he just went right through it. Timeout of the floor. 2:02 left to go here in the third quarter. Nuggets leads down to 5. It's 87-82. We're back in 30 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
You hearing this? It sounds like
That makes it play on basketball.
Time to tap into playoff mode. That non-stop, claw your way to the top, give it all you got type of thing. From inside the paint to outside the arena. Where did this come from? Everybody's got to get in playoff mode and stay in playoff mode. Every single round. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Wolves fans want to get amazing 100-level tickets for this year's playoffs. There's still time. Buy a full or half-season membership for next season, and you'll get first access to awesome seats for every home playoff game. Become a member at Timberwolves.com/memberships. Timberwolves.com/memberships. I mentioned off the top, Timberwolves trying to begin a path that no one's gone down before in NBA playoff history. An 8 seed rallying from an 0-2 series deficit to beat the number 1 seed. Teams are 0-26. 8 seeds are 0-26 when that happens. It has to start with a win tonight. 2:02 left to go in the third. The Timberwolves, who have been down by as many as 13. The deficit has felt much, much larger than 13. The Wolves have kind of hung around. Now they're on a bit of a burst. 8-2. Christian Brown into the game. He's got it up top to his left to Murray. Murray, right-handed dribble against Conley, spins in the lane, pulls up on the jumper and hits it. 6 of 12 shooting tonight for Murray. 13 points. He hasn't needed to score much tonight. 6 players in double figures. It's been a balanced attack for Denver. So dangerous when any team is balanced. Here's Kyle Anderson across the lane. Lobs it back out to Conley with 10 to shoot. Mike Holtz gets a Rudy screen, lost it, got it back, now drops it back. Kyle inside the lob, looking for Rudy, picked off easily by Aaron Gordon. Another Wolves turnover. That is their 8th of the game. Murray with it, right side against Conley, starts to back him down. 13 on the shot clock, the double comes, he dribbles away from that. Out of Jeff Green, all alone in the corner. Sets himself with a dribble, fires and hits. Just a 29% three-point shooter in the regular season, but Jeff Green does not care about your regular season. He is having a monster 3-game series here. His plus-minus is incredible. Here's Noel into the lane. Missed the runner off the back iron. Kyle with the offensive rebound and the putback. Those are the first 2 points of the night for Kyle Anderson. Kyle, who's averaged 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in the regular season per game. Here's Jamal Murray. Off the Jeff Green screen. Right in the lane. He'll pop on the jumper and hit again. Wow. Into the corner, the ball got knocked free and it's out of bounds. It's going to stay Timberwolves ball, or is it? Yeah, it's going to stay Timberwolves basketball with 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. DeAndre Jordan, we haven't seen him since game 1. Jordan played a couple of minutes at the end of the first, the end of the third. 16 on the shot clock here. Conley will trigger in with the Wolves down by 10. Inbound. Ant rises up. His 3-ball got blocked out of bounds by Bruce Brown. Spacing wasn't great there. Rudy was standing right next to him, which means DeAndre Jordan was in the vicinity too. (94-84). Timberwolves were just within 5 moments ago. Off the inbound, Rudy off to Mike. Down the lane, he'll lob it to Rudy. Reverse slam is there. Little jazz combo right there. Conley to Rudy. 94-86. Mike's in the double figures with 10 points and 5 assists. Timberwolves don't have a foul to give. Jeff Green with it. Up top, DeAndre Jordan shuffles it off to Murray. And Jamal's in trouble. Lost the ball at the free throw line. Scooped up by Ant. 1-on-1. He beats Green, but he got fouled from behind by Christian Brown. Brown hustling back. Forces Ant to earn it from the free throw line. 2 shots coming up with 8.4 seconds left. In the third quarter, 94-86. First free throw is good for Ant. Heel Alexander Walker in, Jalen Noel out. There's 8.4 seconds left. Bulls could make it a 5-point game again and then get a stop here to end the quarter. Yep, free throw's good. Edwards up to 25. Cat's got 22. There's Jamal Murray with 6, now with 5. He's taking his time. Crosses midcourt with 3, now with 2 inside the arc. Now the step back angle, 3 at the buzzer. In and out, no. Timberwolves down 6 going to the fourth quarter. 94-88. So not a 5-point deficit going to the fourth, a 6-point deficit. 12 minutes up on the scoreboard. Is it 12 minutes left? Practically in the Wolves season. Down by 6. We go to the fourth next on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
The all-new NBA app is happening and has you covered from coast to coast. And live tip-offs at your fingertips and highlights right as they happen.
Steph Curry drills the play.
Catch every can't-miss moment before, during, and after the game. And behind the scenes like you've never seen. It's all access, all the time. All in one app. Because if it's happening in the new NBA app. So get the app today.
All right, and we're joined now by Dr. Okoroha, orthopedic surgeon at Mayo Clinic and new team physician for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And you hear Timberwolves, it's athletes receiving world-class treatment, but it isn't just available to professional athletes, is it?
Right, Cal. So I think people get the common misconception that we only treat, professional athletes, but we treat individuals of all ages and skill levels. Now, it goes from your weekend warriors to your youth and pro athletes, and also those just looking to maintain an active lifestyle.
And there are certainly options out there for all those folks, but why would they want to go with Mayo Clinic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine?
Yes, so I think a couple of different reasons. So number one is you're getting access to world-class expertise. If you look, Mayo Clinic has been ranked for the last 5 years number 1 on the U.S. News and World Report. Number two, you get access to some of the most innovative treatment options available. Now, that's including things like regenerative medicine and cartilage restoration. And then 3, we really give you a full team approach to patient care. So we have many specialists from different areas, and they're all pooling their expertise to giving you a plan specific just for you. So basically, you have an all-star team treating your injuries. And then lastly, we accept most insurances, so you often don't need a referral.
All right, you can't beat that. A custom-tailored plan just for you. That is Dr. Okoroha, orthopedic surgeon and team physician for the Timberwolves. To learn more, you can visit sportsmedicine.mayoclinic.org, and you can check out their locations both in downtown Minneapolis and Rochester.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
We head to the fourth quarter here at Target Center with the Nuggets leading the Timberwolves in Game 3, already up 2-0, 94-88. Timberwolves and Nuggets tied in that third quarter, 33 points apiece. Of the 33 the Wolves scored in the third, 31 came from the combination of Ant, Rudy, and Carl. Mike Conley will stay on the floor to begin the fourth quarter. He talked about what it would take for the Wolves to win this series.
We have a lot of youth. We have a lot of athleticism. We have a lot of guys who are versatile. And in order to use that, we have to play with a certain level of intensity, a certain level of urgency. In the midst of that, we got to be smart. We have to continue to learn from our mistakes, learn from film, because that's our next level of growth. We've always been able to scrap and be, get in passing lanes and do different things, but can we manipulate the game when the time needs to be made? Can we, cut for each other? Can we make the game easy for each other? We're going to need all that against Denver. They've been playing so well all year long and have some of the best players in the league. So I'm confident that we'll go out there and give everything we got.
Well, that hasn't happened in the first 2 games, but the Wolves are right in this thing, down by 2 possessions. We get underway in the fourth quarter. Michael Porter Jr., dangerous pass up top. Jeff Green with Jokic back on the floor. 4 personal fouls. He's a rebound away from a triple-double. MPJ offline, angle 3. Wolves have the rebound. Anthony Edwards had 12 in the third quarter. Had a big third quarter of his 41 performance in game 2. He spins in the lane here, comes up short on a jump hook. Bruce Brown back the other way, crossing the timeline. Bill Murray on the floor right now. At 15 points, 7 assists. Jokic to the corner, Christian Brown across the leg. Bounce it inside, looking for Bruce Brown. It hit the ground, ricocheted off the bottom of the backboard. The Wolves control. Conley with it, wing left. Down by 6, 94-88. Anderson, top of the key. Couple of dribbles. Jukes in the lane. Runs it up with the right hand. He rattles around. Wouldn't fall. Jokic the rebound, and he stayed in bounds. Now the Nuggets have it. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. Right to left. Jokic with that rebound does have a playoff triple-double. It's his third triple-double in 6 games against the Wolves this year. Turnover, Towns. Pump fakes the three. He's got Bruce Brown on him. Towns looking to drive. Runs into a double off to Anderson. Baseline drive. He'll hang. Kick out. Edwards, corner three on the way. Bingo! Anthony Edwards knocks down the corner three. His third triple of the night. He's up to 28 points, and it's now a 3-point game. 94-91. Michael Malone wants to call time. 10:32 left to play in the fourth. The Nuggets lead down to 3 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant US Bank.
I knew that.
US Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point of sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. US Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, Wolves fans, got a young hooper in your family? Well, registration is now open for Timberwolves and Lynx summer basketball camps.
Round his back, Garza ankle three on its way. It's good! Luka Garza knocks it down from deep. His third three of the night.
Register today and save big with first access pricing.
Just off her hand. Oh, he rocks the rim! You gotta love it!
Head to TimberwolvesBasketballAcademy.com for more info.
Fans, the Timberwolves and Arby's are looking to get you free meats this season by lighting it up from downtown with the We Have the Threes promotion. That's right, we have the threes. So every time the pack cashes in 12 threes at a home or away game, all fans with the Timberwolves mobile app can get a free Arby's classic beef and cheddar sandwich. Just head to your nearest Arby's, show them your app, and boom! Limit 1 per customer and is valid at participating stores in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. For a complete list of participating stores, visit timberwolves.com/Arby's.
Make every day a vacation by joining Treasure Island Resort and Casino's team. Known across the region as Minnesota's premier entertainment destination, the island prioritizes fun and offers excellent benefits, flexibility, unlimited opportunities, winning experiences, and more. 24/7. If you're looking for a unique and exciting career, the island is looking for you. Cash in on all they offer by visiting ticasino.com to apply.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Timberwolves were down by 10 late in the third. A little 4-0 run to finish the frame. A 3-0 burst to begin the fourth. 7-0 run, 10-point deficit, down to 3. 94-91, 10:32 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves basketball tonight brought to you in part by Eclipse. Want to arrive at a Timberwolves game in your very own limousine? Just contact Eclipse Transportation. To make reservations, go to eclipsecars.com. Timberwolves basketball also brought to you by US Bank. US Bank is proud to be the official bank of the Timberwolves. In that third quarter, I mentioned 31 of the 33 points being scored by Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, and Karl Anthony Towns. Ant had 12, Rudy had 10, Cat had 9. They shot a combined 10 of 13. The rest of the team had 2 points on 1 of 6 shooting. During this 7-0 run, Anthony Edwards has 5 of those 7 points. He's up to 28 for the game after his 41-point performance in game 2. Nuggets will have the ball. They'll bring it up the length of the floor. Bruce Brown, Nikola Jokic, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., and Jeff Green. Jeff Green, wing left. Only average about 20 minutes a game in the regular season, playing closer to 30 here in the postseason. There's Bruce Brown, the penetration off to Christian Brown baseline. He rose up and dunked that. And he dunked that over Kyle Anderson. Thought for a second that ball was going to spin out, but it drops. Here's Ian on the move, top of the key, down the lane, hangs, is caught in the backboard, kick out to Conley, out by midcourt. Still 8 to shoot. Off the Gobert screen, top of the key, floater from beyond the free throw line. That's not the floater shot we're used to seeing from Mike Conley. And now a whistle stops play, a loose ball foul against the Timberwolves. Goes against Rudy. It's number 4 on Gobert. He's got 4. Jokic has 4. Christian Brown off to Bruce Brown, and here we go. Up into the front court with 9:45 left. Jokic surveys the seam beyond the three-point line, zips a baseline under the basket, out to Michael Porter Jr., catch and shoot 3. That's just inside-out basketball right there. I love that in any offense for the shooter who's getting a pass right in the sideline. He's already set up. All he has to do is catch and shoot. Conley a drive, little pocket pass to Rudy, got deflected out of bounds. They're going to say that is, they originally ruled Denver basketball, but now they're going to change it to a kickball. And that made no sense. They originally ruled it out of bounds to Denver, but now they're going to call it kickball. I guess maybe they ruled it was a kickball because it glanced off the leg and then hit Rudy out of bounds. That's what it was. And left-handed dribble into the paint to the rim. Easy pickings. 99-93. Ant with 30. He scored 71 in the last 2 games. Somebody got to come up. Ant recognizes it. Jokic inbounded the basketball, let it drop there, and then he started to tie his shoe. And everybody just kind of waited. But Bruce Brown waited until Ant came to pick him up. They were able to walk the dog. You don't really walk the dog when the ball's not moving, but you're able to walk off about 10 seconds. Wolves can't afford that. They need every second they can get. Ball got deflected out of bounds, far side. Christian Brown will enter in. Here comes MBJ, and the move rises up down the lane. Missed the shot. He got sandwiched between Gobert and Towns. Couldn't finish. Kyle Anderson hit ahead. Edwards, right side 3, missed it long. Denver with a 6-point advantage. Left side, Christian Brown, cut off by Conley. He'll kick out up top. Jeff Green to Bruce Brown. They dump it inside. Jokic, quick catch, and a foul on Anderson. Jokic did his work early, sealed off Anderson well. Kyle had no chance. That's a second team foul against the Wolves here in the quarter. Nuggets have not committed a team foul so far. Jokic will trigger it, 14 to shoot. Jeff Green off to MPJ, and another whistle and another foul against the Wolves. Kyle Anderson picks this one up. It's going to be his 5th.
That's his 5th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Torian Prince summoned off the bench.
Torian Prince.
Three team fouls against the Wolves. Still 8:37 left to go fourth. Jokic with it, wing left, guarded by Gobert. Starts to back him down. Puts 1 foot in the paint, gets a big second foot. Double comes from Towns. Out to Jeff Green. 3-ball no. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And picking up some speed with a left-handed dribble. He'll use the Rudy Gobert screen. Now switches to the right hand, back up top Conley. Mike, left side. Here's Towns. Conley uses the Towns screen, dribbles in on Jeff Green, runs it up off the glass. No, the rebound tapped around. It's controlled by the Nuggets. Michael Porter Jr. Front court, Bruce Brown. Extra pass, Christian Brown. Baseline reverse layup. He got it. 101-93. Wolves are down by 8 with 8 to go. Conley with it off the Towns. Towns up top, 1 dribble, did the splits, still maintains control of the ball, gets it off to Conley, and a whistle and a foul. Christian Brown picks it up. First team foul against the Nuggets here in the 4th quarter. Towns and Gobert up front. Prince and Edwards, the wings. And Conley the point. Mike will trigger in, 14 to shoot. Towns has it on the logo. Back to Mike up top. 10 points, 5 assists tonight. He runs to the left side. Goes into the paint, threw it behind Gobert, picked off. And it's a breakaway back the other way. Driving layup good. Christian Brown makes it 103-93 with 7:32 left to play in the game. 10-point Nuggets lead after the Wolves had closed to within 3. A 9-2 Nuggets run. They're up 10 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Your home for Timberwolves basketball is Valley Sports North.
Oh, my goodness.
Stream games live on the Valley Sports app.
And
now on Valley Sports Plus, the all-new standalone streaming subscription service from Valley Sports.
Putting everybody on notice.
Timberwolves basketball all season long on Valley Sports North, the Valley Sports app, and Valley Sports Plus.
He puts it up. Oh!
Visit valleysportsplus.com to learn more and subscribe.
At Target, we're home court advantage for the hometown sports fans. And with the Timberwolves season in full gear, we're here to help you gear up and make your game day prep a slam dunk. Hear that? That's what you call a buzzer-beating three-pointer for the win. Time to dish up your famous nachos or put a full-court press on some jalapeno poppers. Then serve up some sweet desserts to celebrate the W. However you do game day, we're here for it at Target and Target.com.
Scoreboard update. Let's look ahead to some of the action tomorrow. 4 games to choose from throughout the day on Saturday, including Game 4 between the Sixers and Nets. Philly's got a commanding 3-0 lead in this series, including a Game 3 victory in Brooklyn where things got a little testy in the second half. James Harden trying to clear some space, elbowing his defender perhaps in the man region. It resulted in a flagrant 2 ejection that after the result had gone final, Harden made sure to voice his disagreement with.
Unacceptable. Like unacceptable flagrant 2. Like the first time I've been ejected, I'm not labeled as a dirty player. You know what I mean? I didn't hit him in a private area. Somebody's draped on you like that defensively. It's just a natural basketball reaction. And I didn't hit him hard enough for him to fall down like that. But for a flagrant 2, it's unacceptable. Like, this is a playoff game. You're seeing around the league things that are much more worse than what that play was. Honestly, I don't even think it was a foul on me. But yeah, that's unacceptable. That can't happen, man.
Well, there you go. James Harden not thrilled with the call, and we just learned earlier today that the Sixers will be without Joel Embiid due to a knee sprain for this Game 4 tomorrow. We'll see if they can secure the sweep. Back to Alan Horton.
All right, Cal, thank you very much. 7:32 left to go in the fourth. Denver's up 103-93 after 41 in Game 2. Ants got 30 tonight. And he's gotten it done by getting aggressive, going to the rim, getting to the free throw line. Here's head coach Chris Finch.
We talked to him about shooting more threes. We also talked to him about getting downhill more, playing quicker, quit trying to manipulate the switch game. And just good enough to just go, and then where the outlets are going to be when they cover up the rim. But we just, as a team, we got to the rim a bunch, and we got to finish a little bit better there. I think that's really let us down in both games. And if we can do that tonight, obviously going to help our transition defense too.
Well, Ant has got the scoring touch back. He hasn't come off the floor in the second half. I don't think he's coming out now with 7:32 left. Denver, who is one of the teams that finished ahead of the Wolves in 2-point percentage this year. I mean, they have not gotten it done from the 3-point line, or at least not had to rely on it, because they've got 67% shooting inside the arc tonight. 67%. Finished the regular season second behind Sacramento in 2-point percentage, which also happens to be the second highest percentage in NBA history. Here's a drive and a block called inside on Christian Brown. There was no way that call was not going to go that direction. I don't care how long Christian Brown was set up there. Anthony Edwards was getting that call. 103-93 at the free throw line for 2 shots. Denver shot 58% on their 2-point shots this season. Only Sacramento was at 59%. Wolves were at 57%. Fourth highest. Number 6 all time. Denver's at 70% at the rim. They've hit 12 of 16 floaters tonight. I mean, 75%? League average is 44%, people. They're shooting 75% on a high volume, and they're 5 of 10 from mid-range. Free throw's good, 8-point game. Jokic right side, Gobert will up fake. Now a dribble drive into the paint. Picks up the dribble, jump hook on the way, rattles around, drives in. Two more for the big fella, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. And with it up top. Off the Towns, right side. He'll fire away on the three and stroke it. 105-98, 25 for Karl Anthony Towns. There's Bruce Brown up to the hash mark far side. Up top to Christian Brown. For some reason, Rudy is out pressuring Nikola Jokic at the hash mark over by the sideline and just picked up his fifth foul. And it's the fourth against the Timberwolves. Well, they've just put it up now. There was some confusion about that. I don't even have to ask the question, do I? Why commit a foul all the way out there? What exactly is the two-time MVP going to do from 37 feet away over on the sideline? I know he's good. He's not that good. 16-footer straight away. It's in and out for Jokic, and the Wolves have the rebound. Hop, skip, and a jump across the timeline. Ant splits a double off to Gobert inside, takes a dribble, pivots on Michael Porter Jr., puts up the shot. No, but he drew a foul. He'll go to the free throw line with 6:09 left to go in the game. 105-98. Nuggets lead it by 7. Wolves fans, tickets for Sunday's game are still available, but going fast. It's another Moonlight Whiteout. All fans will get a Moonlight White shirt at the game. Get tickets at timberwolves.com. And wear white on Sunday. Now, the key word in there not only is white, but moonlight comes out when it's dark out. And it really should be a midnight whiteout. Wolves, their start times since the end of the regular season. Play-in game number 1, 9:14 tip-off Central Time. Against Oklahoma City, 8:50 p.m. At Denver, game 1, 9:50 Central Time. Game 2, Wednesday, 9:10. Tonight was the earliest tip the Wolves have had since the end of the regular season. At 8:43 p.m. Central Time. Rudy at the line, missed them both. 4 of 8 at the free throw line. 6 minutes left to play in the season. 105-98. Not technically, but Murray at the elbow. That shot no, and the Wolves secure the rebound. Looking to push. Here's Ant with the ball. Crosses over on Bruce Brown. Got a lane. Gets in there. Got fouled from behind. Ant will have to earn it at the free throw line. Brown commits the foul. Ant's still down on his back. Wolves bench wants the officials to look at this, but Zach Zarba says, yeah, he got hit in the head, but apparently not enough to look at it.
2 shots.
Let's take a look at the replay here. And comes knifing through. Right across the top of the head. They'll give Ant some time as he gets to the free throw line. Actually, he's already there. He's just kind of hunched over, waiting. First free throw is good. 33 points for Anthony Edwards. .34 as he rattles that one in. It's the third highest he's scored in a postseason game over the last 2 years. 5-point game. Here's Gordon on the attack. Down the lane, draws contact. He will shoot 2. A lot of free throws down the stretch here. Both teams continue to stay aggressive. Both teams are in the penalty. 5:36 left. They get the foul on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second. Aaron Gordon at the free throw line is 3 for 3 tonight. Career low 61% this year in the regular season. 4 for 4 tonight. Second one for Gordon. What happened to the 61%? It's 10 of 11 in the postseason. Does not sound like a 61% free throw shooter to me. 107-100, down by 3 possessions. Tant with it on the right side. Drives on Jokic, tiptoes the baseline and threw it away. Michael Porter Jr. with it. Hit ahead, right side. KCP dribbles into a 3, no good. Prince with the rebound. Now the Wolves try to counter in transition. 3-on-3 basketball. Off to Gobert. Steps through in the lane. Holds. Now off to Towns. Over his shoulder. Prince in the corner. Torian baseline drive into the paint. And he traveled. That looked awful from the get-go. I said 3-on-3, but they got it to Rudy, and you want to give it. The last pass needs to be to Rudy, not the first pass. That got all bogged down. Spacing was off. Rudy gave it to Cat, who was right next to him. The Cat swung it over his shoulder. And Prince traveled in the lane. Jokic lost it in the paint here. Prince picks up the loose ball. Gordon was already in motion to try to secure that ball and crash through the Prince. So a foul and 2 free throws coming up. A little bit ugly here over the last 30 seconds. 4:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gordon does pick up his 4th personal. He and Jokic each have 4. Brown, Murray, and Caldwell Pope, along with Porter, have 3. Timberwolves have Kyle Anderson with 5, Rudy with 5, nobody else more than 3. Free throw is good for Torian Prince. Well, it's been a 3-man band. Ant, Cat, Rudy have scored 45 of the last 47 Minnesota points. Actually, with Torian's free throw, make it 45 out of 48. Second free throw is good. Torian thought he missed it. He was tracking that thing down. He may have left a little early, too. All right, back to a 5-point game. Wolves need to stop. Jokic with it. Lob inside. Gordon is wide open. Miscommunication defensively. And the alley-oop slam dunk with 4:36 left to go in the game. Can't with it. Perimeter left against KCP. Switches over to the left hand. Now back to the right. Back to the left. Backs him down in the paint. Comes to the right side. Pulls up. Tough two. Off front iron. No. But Zach Zarba saw contact. Foul against Murray or KCP. It's going to be the 4th on Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Michael Malone looking back at the second row. Zach Zarba looks over at Mr. Malone and says, you want to challenge that big guy? Mike says, no, Zach, I don't. Anthony Edwards knocks down the first free throw. 35. They've scored now 13 of the last 18 for Minnesota. 13 of 18. Again, the Wolves trail by 5, but they can't get the stop. Here's Jokic beyond the arc. Gobert's playing off him. Here's Jamal Murray. Only scored 15 tonight. Gets bumped on the perimeter. Edwards called for the foul. Free throws for Murray, and those are automatic. Murray's not been to the free throw line tonight, but he's 83% on the season, 87% for his career. You know, I don't fault guys for hustle and fight and trying to. You just can't get a foul in that situation. When you're down 5 with 4 minutes left to play in a must-win game 3, Jamal missed the free throw. Down him on the jinx. But Ant just can't commit that foul. A lot like Rudy couldn't commit that foul against Jokic way over on the sideline. 40 feet from the rim. Free throw good. 6-point game. Little things matter in the postseason. Here's Conley. Important set. He rips off a Gobert screen back up top to Carl. Holding against Gordon. Here comes Conley. Takes the handoff. Mike fakes the pass. Dribbling inside the arc. Snakes his way to the nail. Out to Kyle Anderson. Back to Conley. Left side. Back to Anderson. Top of the key. 5 to shoot. Working against Porter. Backs him down. Spins in the lane. Here comes the jump hook. It's offline. The rebound. Ant saves it, but right to Jamal Murray. And goes down hard in the Denver bench. Here are the Nuggets on the push. Inside, Gordon all alone. Now he's doubled. Kick out KCP. 3:29 and counting left to play in the game. Nuggets by 6. Jokic back to basket at the elbow. Handoff. KCP rises up. Tough two. He got undercut by Conley. Mike was trailing him. As soon as Caldwell Pope went up for that shot, Mike couldn't get out of the way. Just nicked him enough to throw that shot off. 2 free throws coming up for KCP. Chris Finch wasn't even thinking about challenging that. Those are the kind of calls where you just can't tell on the replay whether or not there's any contact at all. Because if the officials go to the replay and they just see a little bit of contact, that's enough when a guy's airborne and into his shot. One out of 2. Bulls have caught a break here, but they can't take advantage. Jamal Murray, 1 of 2. And now it's KCP, 1 out of 2. Here's Ant with it up top. He has still scored 13 of the last 18 points. He'll rise up over Murray. The 3-ball, no. The rebound out of bounds, and it'll be Eric Dalen, says Denver basketball. Time is running short here. Michael Malone calls a timeout. Oh, 3:02. He gets it in just under the wire. 3 seconds more. If that play had gone on, he would have had to lose his use it or lose it timeout. 3:02 left to go in the fourth. Denver trying to go to 3-0 over the Timberwolves. They're up 111-104. We step aside. We're back in 30 on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Hey, Wolves fans, got a young hooper in your family? Well, registration is now open for Timberwolves and Lynx summer basketball camps.
Round is back. Garza, angle 3 on its way. Is good. Luka Garza knocks it down from deep. His 3rd 3 of the night.
Register today and save big with first access pricing.
Just offer and he rocks the rim. You gotta love it.
Head to TimberwolvesBasketballAcademy.com for more info.
You're listening to the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Timeout was called by Denver, but the challenge is being issued by Minnesota. So they must have ruled Denver basketball. Yeah, they ruled Denver basketball. Minnesota's using their challenge here with 3:02 left, trying to steal a possession. Zach Zarba's on the headset. This will be a decision that is not made by the officials on the floor here. It will be made in the control center in Secaucus, New Jersey. So the ball goes out of bounds here. Is it off KCP or is it off Mike Conley? No say. Tough to tell. That's why you slow these things down to the slowest of possible frames. 3:02 left to go in the game, and Denver leads by 7. All right, Zach's got a decision. Here we go.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands. It's Denver's basketball. It's an unsuccessful challenge.
You're unsuccessful. Don't tell me unsuccessful challenge. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification all across the Zach Zarba Timberwolves Radio Network.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1 Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Wolves are 2-2 now on challenges in the postseason, after they went 20-17 on challenges in the regular season. Timberwolves basketball tonight here at Target Center. Studio host and executive producer Cal Soderquist. I'm Alan Horton. Our engineer is Mike Webb. Our statistician, Super Dave Hanlon. Here we go with 3:02 left. Denver with the ball up by 7. Jamal Murray, guarded by Anthony Edwards, looks left, bounce pass, Caldwell Pope. They set up Jokic 15 feet out against Rudy. He's playing a couple of feet off him. Jokic holds 10 to shoot. He looks at the clock, takes his time, starts to back down, over the shoulder to Gordon. Out to KCP. Angle three. Off the heel, no, and the Wolves have the rebound with 2:40 left. Anthony Edwards into the front court. A number of Nuggets are all over. Anywhere he goes. Off to Anderson, right back to Ant. He's doubled on the right side by Murray and Porter Jr. Tried to split it, lost the ball. Murray comes away with it. Ant trying to do a little too much, but he has to do too much because no one else is giving him some help. 36 points for Ant. Jokic has it off to Murray. 2:15 left to go in the game, down by 7. Almost must-stop territory. Here's Murray around his back to Jokic, the runner down the lane, and that might do it with 2:05 left. Denver now leads 113 to 104. A 9-point advantage. Murray to Jokic. 20 points to go along with his 10 rebounds and 11 assists. 12 to shoot. Wolves must score. Preferably a 3. 1:45 left. Conley with it, dancing off the Anderson screen. Attacks to the elbow, leans in towards the cup and rolls off. But he drew the whistle. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Mike Conley will go to the free throw line. $113 to 104. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. Bulls down by 7 with 1:45 left. Their win probability, 0.9%. Time for something special. Gordon up into the front court, and that is not special. Away from the play. It's Jamal Murray who got knocked down. If they get Anderson on this, he's fouled out. Or if it's on Rudy, then that's his 6th, and he's fouled out. The ball's on the other side of the floor. What was happening? Wolves don't have a challenge, so they can't even try to figure out what happened here. Rudy has fouled out of the game. Jamal Murray to the free throw line. Let's see what happens here. It's away from the play. Rudy's holding his own. He puts out his forearm, and it hits Jamal right in the chest. And Jamal might want to get into acting in the offseason after his Nuggets playoff run is done. He could have won an Academy Award for that. Both feet went up in the air as if I took a 2x4 and just full speed, just full swing right across the chest. Good God. Stay on your feet, man. 115 to 106. Oh, no, the win probability went down even further. Here's Towns to the left side, Anderson. Kyle on the attack with a right-handed dribble. He'll run it up, and the shot's rejected by Michael Porter Jr. Nuggets have it. Under 90 seconds left. Jokic top of the key to the corner. MPJ pump fakes a 3. Defender flies by. He moves to his left. He fires the 3. And it is good night, Irene. Denver, 3 games to none. This sold-out crowd just spills out towards the exits. Wolves turned it over. Denver's up into the front court here. Jamal Murray stop and pop 3. In and out, no. Rebound. Nikhil Alexander-Walker with 60 seconds left. Towns up in the front court. He will drive. They will just give him the layup. 58.5 seconds left. And I guess the Wolves won't foul. I guess they will not try to make a steal. Michael Porter Jr., reverse layup good. What an ugly ending to this game. Timberwolves got it down to within 5 numerous times. Towns to the corner. Anderson. Here's Conley. Fires on the 3. Missed it long. Jokic the rebound. There's still 35 seconds left, so Denver's got it get it across the timeline, and then they'll take a violation. Denver has just absolutely dominated this series, with the exception of 1 quarter. They've only lost 1 quarter out of the 12 that we have played in this series. Wolves were within 5 with 4:07 left, but an 11-4 Denver run. Timberwolves get it back here after the shot clock violation. Kyle Anderson off to Nikhil Alexander Walker. The three ball is in, 120 to 111. Meaningless points. Inbound Jokic. This game is over. Denver comes into Target Center, and they continue their domination of the Timberwolves. They win this one 120 to 111 behind a triple-double for Nikola Jokic, 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. 6 in double figures. Tough to beat any team when they're as balanced as Denver has been able to be in these 3 games. All wins for the Nuggets. They take a commanding with a capital C, 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. Stay tuned. Our post-game show gets underway next all across the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
You hearing this? It sounds like
this is playoff basketball.
Time to tap into playoff mode. That non-stop, claw your way to the top, give it all you got type of thing. From inside the paint to outside the arena.
Where did this come from?
Everybody's got to get in playoff mode and stay in playoff mode. Every single round. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel continue on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Why do we say I'm into basketball? Because basketball's exciting, like catching a t-shirt from a cannon or feeling the pulse of a packed arena. There's the in-your-face slam dunks, the highlight reel alley-oops, and the three-point buzzer beaters. It all gets your heart pounding. Just like playing the lottery. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
This is the post-game show, recognizing FEY Industries as the Federated Insurance Business Partner of the Month on the Timberwolves Radio Network.
Off to Anderson, right back to Ant. He's doubled on the right side by Murray and Porter Jr. Trying to split it, lost the ball. Murray comes away with it. Ant trying to do a little too much, but he has to do too much because no one else is giving him some help. 36 points for Ant. Jokic has it off to Murray. 2:15 left to go in the game, down by 7. Almost must-stop territory. Here's Murray around his back to Jokic, the runner down the lane, and that might do it. With 2:05 left, Denver now leads 113 to 104. A 9-point advantage. Murray to Jokic. 20 points to go along with his 10 rebounds and 11 assists. Yeah, Jamal Murray didn't need a 40-point night. The big fella, Nikola Jokic, the 2-time MVP, perhaps the 3-time MVP, depending on how that turns out for him later in the postseason. Nikola Jokic had a triple-double here tonight, 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. Nuggets win this one 120 to 111. Their largest lead in this game was only 13 points. It felt like 33 points at one point. That's the mark of a really good team, and they just, they didn't have to push it to 20 or 25 or 30 like they did in game 1. So they've led by 32, 21, and 13 in the 3 games. They're up 3-0. The balanced attack for Denver certainly is one of the storylines of this game. They finished up with a 119 offensive rating. That's slightly less than they had at home in the first 2 games. They were at 122. But their shooting tonight was exceptional. 57% from the field, 41% from beyond the arc. That's a 65% effective field goal percentage. That's in the 93rd percentile. You got 6 in double figures. All 6 of them had 12 or more points. And again, just positive numbers up and down there, plus minus for the Nuggets. And the Wolves were almost all negative plus minus tonight, except for Nikhil Alexander Walker, who was plus 0 in 21 minutes. This is not a good matchup in this postseason for the Timberwolves. And this Nuggets offense is just dominant in the paint, dominant on the glass, moving the basketball. 32 assists on 48 made field goals tonight. Turnovers were a little high probably for Michael Malone's liking, but the Wolves couldn't take advantage of that because they can't stop turning the ball over as well. 4 more turnovers for Towns. Karl did find his shooting touch a little bit. He had 10 in the first game. He had 11 in the second game. He had 27 tonight, but he was still a -10, a team worst -10 in his 42 minutes of play. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 fouls. 4 turnovers for Karl. He's now got 13 in 4 games. And those 13 turnovers have resulted in 19 Denver points. 8 of the 13 are live ball turnovers. They've been crucial. Rudy Gobert, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. The Wolves just couldn't keep pace, though. 46% shooting. That's not going to keep pace with 57% shooting. 38% from deep on 10 threes. Well, Denver had 13 threes on 41%. The Wolves did have a big advantage at the free throw line. They were plus 22 in free throws attempted and plus 18 in free throws made, but not enough to make up for the 2-point shooting that the Nuggets had here tonight and the plus 9 they were at the 3-point line. So 6 in double figures, 25 for Michael Porter Jr., 14 and 7 for Aaron Gordon. They don't need him to do a whole lot, either with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, just average 14 a game. That's what he's doing. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic lead the way. Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, and Christian Brown. They go 3 deep off the bench, and those guys were really good tonight. And by really good, I mean 13 of 21 shooting. They combined for 29 points. The Wolves bench had 10 points tonight. 10 on 3 of 17 shooting. Big discrepancy in the bench points tonight. They're not sexy. They're not flashy. Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, Christian Brown. Tell you what, they got the job done these first 3 games. Nuggets have been clearly the better team. They're up 3-0. Coming up on the postgame show, we will hear from head coach Chris Finch. We'll get some player reaction from this one. We'll have scores and highlights from this game and others around the NBA and our 3 factors, all coming up as the postgame show continues on the XL Energy Timberwolves Radio Network.
Is it possible to predict the unpredictable? Could surgeons use a patient's own anatomy to create 3D printed life-size organ models to map out challenges ahead of time, making surgery more precise, efficient, and less invasive? Is it possible? It already is, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you.
I meant US Bank.
I knew that.
US Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point of sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Fans, the Timberwolves and Arby's are looking to get you free meats this season by lighting it up from downtown with the We Have the Threes promotion. That's right, we have the threes. So every time the pack cashes in 12 threes at a home or away game, all fans of the Timberwolves mobile app can get a free Arby's classic beef and cheddar sandwich. Just head to your nearest Arby's, show them your app, and boom. Limit 1 per customer and is valid at participating stores in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa. For a complete list of participating stores, visit timberwolves.com/Arby's.
You're howling with the Wolves. On the Wolf. KMNB FM and HD1, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Always live on the Odyssey app.
Timberwolves fall in Game 3 by a final of 120-111. Let's hear from the head man, Chris Finch, post-game media press conference live right now.
We got to the paint a lot, but just a lot of like little things, and maybe some of those should have been kickouts too. But yeah, I mean they had one guy shoot under 50% from the field, so we just couldn't get enough stops, generate enough stops.
Anthony Edwards was obviously on fire again tonight. At the end, did you guys feel like people were just kind of relying on him to get to the basket?
Well, he did a great job of putting pressure on them, getting to the free throw line. I thought we could have moved the ball a little bit better down the stretch too. I thought maybe tried to do a little bit too much, but he was really good in that second half in particular. But we got to make better decisions sometimes too with the ball. So.
Chris, in terms of the defense, were you seeing game plan mistakes? Were you seeing slow-footedness? What do you think was the main breakdowns there?
Well, it's all there were some breakdowns and some coverages, of course, but it's all out like one-on-one D. We got to buck up and guard a little bit better all across the board.
Their bench versus yours. I mean, was it hard to lose a game when it's Bruce Brown, when it's Jeff Green and Christian, those guys kind of hitting those shots?
Yeah, I mean, look, their bench chipped in for 29. They got a lot of timely buckets too when they needed them out there. Brown floaters,
Bruce Brown floaters. And then Braun in transition for the most part, got us. But yeah,
down 3-0, just what's got to be the mentality here now going forward?
Everything's on the line. You got to come out and fight. There's nothing. I mean, it's simple as that. We'll look at it. We'll put it back together, and you got to come out and fight.
Chris, it seemed like in the second half of game 2, the spacing was really there to get the offense going. Did you see that bogged down tonight? And if so, was that more a product of defensive adjustments they made, or what went into that?
I mean, the spacing was okay. I thought it was the stickiness. We had to move the ball a little quicker out of some of the coverages. The first guy needed to probably move it again quicker. Kind of hold back to holding like we had done a little bit more in game 1. I'm sure there were definitely some spacing issues, but I thought we allowed them to close us down by not moving the ball out of pick and roll quick enough.
The late game offense kind of devolving. Is that where you see the lack of a constant identity established throughout a year kind of maybe kick in a little bit?
Yeah, I think a little bit, for sure. Today we just tried to keep running and off some action, see if we can get to the heart of the defense. Yeah.
Because during the regular season, an opportunity to take advantage of Denver was in the non-Jokic minutes. Why has it been hard to generate offense or make a point differential in your favor in this series when Jokic has been off the floor?
Yeah, I mean, some of it has to do with their switching, and our inability to solve that on a consistent basis. Some of it has to do, to the point earlier, we're letting some of these guys hurt us off the bench, get into some kind of their, strengths, right-hand drive, letting right-hand drivers go right, that kind of stuff. So it's and then our bench has got to kind of contribute a little bit more, because oftentimes those are the minutes that match up. You can only run with your starters so much. So
Denver kind of has a core that's been together for a bit, had some playoff experience together before too. Where has that shown up in these first 3 games? Do you feel like?